All right, here we go. The podcast begins.
Dum 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 dum
Space between.
100. Welcome to our 100th episode of the Space Between. Okay. We left on a cliffhanger last time, okay? Right? I wanted to talk about when I physically assaulted a friend of mine because he was threatening to release music that I created in the past. Well, to him it wasn't a threat. It was more of a, why can't we release this?
Right.
You know? So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about so much today, revisit a few old topics, and just, you know, we're just going to have a good time together. We have some...
What the fuck?
What is this?
Highway.
What is this?
This is it.
I ride and go ride. I swear to God.
Okay.
That was wonderful. I was like, is this an ad?
That right there is Highway 89, which is a song by the rap group that I was once in called The Honkies.
So good.
At the end of the final episode, at the end of this episode, we're back next week.
Yeah, this isn't the end.
No.
Okay.
Don't get it twisted, wife, okay?
I'm scared.
We're coming back next week, but at the end, I don't know why I'm being Trump right now, you know? We're coming back next week. We're absolutely coming back next week.
Without a doubt, coming back next week.
Everyone knows it, okay? What am I saying? Oh, yeah. At the end of the episode, we're going to play Highway 89 in full length. It's a song by The Honkies. The quality that you see on the live isn't going to be that good. Oh, I mean, nor is the main version, right? But there'll be a more, a clear, crisp quality in the final episode that comes out tomorrow.
Beautiful.
And I say final again, the fully put together episode, because this is a complicated one, wife.
Right. It'll be the final cut. We'll be on YouTube.
Right, because we did a couple of things. The live comments are weird now. All right, so what we've been doing is this. We are compiling different little mini conversations with people in this episode. Mm-hmm. You're going to hear conversations with our former co-host, Ryan Fassett, our frequent guest host, Shannon Lee. Who else is here? Randall Begins, probably our most frequent commenter, is going to be on here as well. Antoine, a previous guest. Smiley Chris, a previous guest.
Your mother?
No, actually, she didn't make it.
Oh,
she
because of
didn't
the
make the cut.
sound.
Yeah,
That's
she.
true. It's not her fault. But.
Yeah, no, there was an audio error
bad.
in her recording. How dare you bring it up? And along with Chris is Brian Halton, who was an original member of The Honkies, and we're going to be revisiting all of that. But this right here, what you're seeing now, if you're live, is the live angle. If you're watching it in full, welcome.
This is what we're doing right now, right here.
Now.
And you're with us.
Thank you for rocking with us. I'm Pat Shand.
I'm Amy Shand.
And this is the Space Between podcast, where we used to do an intro where we talked about the space between life and art, passion and business, what's happening now, and what's happening next.
The space between life and death.
Oh, yeah. I had a birthday recently,
essentially. You know?
Yeah. I'm getting up there in age. It's okay.
Not really, though. I would still say that you're a young man.
I want to be a young man.
Yeah. Well, I would still say that you're a baby boy.
That's good. I often think in sadness, like, when's the last time that Jay-Z stopped calling himself Young Hove and just started to be Hove, you know?
H to the is
Yeah. Like,
definitely.
I mean, he came in, one of his most famous verses, Crazy in Love. Young Hove, y'all know when the flow is loco and time passes on, you know?
Like, when's Young M.A. just going to be M.A.?
Oh, by the way, that brings me into this.
Thank you, because I was wondering if it was okay to bring it up.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. All right, so Amy is a big fan of a singer named Dionne Warwick, okay?
That's not it.
Nope. Diane Freeway.
Nope.
Diane Freeway is actually the name of our character from Prison
Just
Witch.
make that up? Yeah. Okay.
Tracy Morgan.
Chapman.
Tracy Chapman. Now, Tracy Chapman, for those who know who she is, congratulations. Very, very good, okay? For those who don't know who she is, like me, Amy played a song. I thought it was a gentleman singing. So I looked up Tracy Morgan.
Chapman.
Tracy Chapman to see.
Tracy Morgan is that guy.
Oh, yeah. I Googled Tracy Chapman to see what she looked like. And I showed Amy a picture, and I said that she looks like old M.A. And it's true. Look at her, you know? I kind of think that if she was driving, right, and the police came behind her, and there was a foreign sitting next to her, she might ask her to stash the weed in her, you know?
Oh, yes, because that's a Young M.A. line.
How does that bar go?
Oh, my God. I don't know. You'd have to find it.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Google. Young M.A. stash the weed in your pussy.
Is that what they said? I don't think that's really it.
I can't find it.
I know. I recognize the line, but I wouldn't be able to recite it right now.
Because I said it that way, it makes me sound very vulgar, but I'm just telling you, it was Dionne Warwick who did that.
Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman, who was what it was. So this Amy confessed something to me last night, and I laughed so.
And I swear I had told you that story before, but I guess not.
Maybe you did, but it was just, it hit me in a place. It's so
very embarrassing. Are you
it's
ready?
so fucking funny. And hold on. I like this podcast. I like the theme of embarrassing ourselves.
Okay, well, I'm not as comfortable with it as you are.
I know, but I'm glad that you're letting us talk about this, because the honkies used to embarrass me. I used to be scared of people I know finding out that I used to rap, okay? And because the thing is, I was offbeat sometimes. I wasn't really that good. And who knows what the fuck I said. I was a kid. But
at least you made it up.
But now
Yourself.
No.
No, let me tell the story.
I know. I'm introducing you.
Okay.
You yesterday told me a story that is equally embarrassing as the honkies to me. And now I'm not even embarrassed anymore.
Oh, it's worse.
It's fun to talk about. You are amazing for doing this. I think it's actually kind of G. And there you go.
But I'm going to try to explain myself. I'm just going to tell the story straight up.
Please do.
Because first I was like, should I be like, oh, I really like to like write down lyrics even to this day and blah, blah, blah. And then, but no, I'm just going to tell the story. It's short and sweet. And it's so embarrassing. So I was like, probably like 9 or 10 years old. And we had family friends. And they were actually, the parents were from France. So they weren't, not to say that the kids weren't like, and also, Tracy Chapman was very old, so I think, like, nobody knew who she was at this point. But anyways, when I was a little girl, I would pick my favorite songs of Tracy Chapman's and write out the lyrics, and I would, like, bring them to my friends and have them read them because I thought that the lyrics were, like, so good. And then when my friends asked me, like, oh, where'd you get this? I was like, I made it up. And then they thought that I was an amazing lyricist.
Hold on. Okay.
Which is so funny because Tracy Chapman is like this, to me, she's like she's like a powerful African-American woman, and one of her songs is called like Revolution, and she reminds me of like Maya Angelou or something like that. And my little white girl ass is like, I wrote this song. So not true.
Oh my God, that's so good. That's so fucking good.
And that's the most embarrassing story of my life.
Now, hold on. Just, people aren't going to know who that is, though. I mean, maybe they do. But
I asked you if you knew that song, Fast Car.
That's
and
what
you knew it.
I need you to do. Can you sing a little bit of it?
You got a fast car. I've got a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we can make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better.
Yeah. All right, so here's the fucking hilarious part.
Very out of key, just so everybody knows.
I don't know who Dionne Warwick is, okay?
Stop misnaming her, though. It's so rude.
Tracy Chapman.
See?
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was the joke. I thought that was going to be wrong. Tracy Chapman. I don't know who she is, but
You do now.
everyone knows that song.
Right.
So for you to do that would be as if I, it's like this, right? Be one of the Holtons, right? Mm-hmm. I come over.
What's up, Gangsta Whyte?
Oh, hey, Smiley Chris, what's going on, man?
Just chilling in my studio.
See any cool chicks recently? Is what I would say.
100, he would say.
So, I've been working on some lyrics, some new lyrics, and it's 100% written by me. It's all brand new stuff. It's my content. Do you want to hear it?
Of course, yeah.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Just stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
I get it.
Okay? Mm-hmm. That's so fucking funny that you did that.
I know. I didn't have a friend that had a studio though. So like, if we were making music, I would try to like write my own shit. It was just like something weird that I did.
Oh, you know what would be the best?
What?
I'm picturing this, right? You're like the parents are taking you and the guy?
It was a brother and sister.
The two of them to the mall, right? And then the radio on. And all of a sudden,
it comes on.
Tracy Chapman comes on. And it's that song.
Oh my God.
And you are
my heart
exposed.
Just goes, boom, drops.
You just open the door and roll out of the car. You know?
Bye, guys.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Or I go, how did she get my journal?
Yeah. Oh, that's better. That's better.
Create a conspiracy.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I know comics writers like that who just like, as soon as something is slightly similar to their project, or even has like a minor reference to something similar to it, they go, "Oh, they stole it. They stole it from me.
How?
They must have read my book that 700 people in the whole world at most have,
Right.
and they must have stole this idea from me. It's a great idea."
Yeah.
Wow. We have some comments here, okay? Dylan Davidson, okay, who was a previous guest, says, "Congratulations, guys. It was fun to record the episode I was on. It was fun to have you."
Totally.
Lynn Santos says, "Congrats on all the success and progress. You guys are awesome as always. We love you, Lynn."
Aw.
Okay? I just burped a little bit. Randall Begins says, "For the 200th episode, can you please dye your hair blonde, Pat? Give it the Cobra Kai classic look." All right, dude, I'll tell you this. The longest that my father didn't speak to me in my whole life was when I came home from my friend Laura's house, who I was in love with, right? I wanted her to come around and be with me instead of my best friend Steve, okay? I came home and she had dyed my hair brown. And my dad just looked at me and then he didn't look at me again for a whole week.
He was in disgust with
He
you.
couldn't believe that I did it. Now, what I think was going on in his head was he knew what happened, and he just thought, my son is a simp. My son's a fucking simp. He went to Laura's house, she dyed his hair brown, and...
She could have like painted your nails, did anything, and you would have been like, okay.
Oh, she did that.
Yeah, I know.
There's a painting where I'm in makeup, and she painted...
And now she's a professional artist.
No, yeah, she's amazing, you
so
know?
she used you as practice.
She had a lot of practice on my face and about me, you know?
Exactly.
Dylan says, "Oh, I agree. Then Pat would even be so much more confused to be part of my family." Oh, yeah, because Dylan has blonde hair. And I'll be mistaken for him for sure. Adam Smith says, "Fast Car is a super fun sounding song that's depressing as hell."
Totally.
Now, Adam is a gentleman who plays Pokemon Go, which brings me to our next topic. Oh, dude.
It's a sad day.
Pokemon Go, from our time, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m., the game is down. And I'm telling you this, and this is a real true life story, okay? I came home, because I got in my Pokemon Go grinding earlier today, so I can get it done while the game's a thing.
Because you were ready for it.
Yes.
You closed down.
So I came home, and I was talking to Amy, and I was in the kitchen, and I just like, muscle memory, I casually went to open the app and touched it, and it was that screen, the Pokemon Goes down for maintenance screen, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's right, it's down. And then Amy and I started talking about food and ordering food, and I started to order on DoorDash, and as I'm looking at the menu, I feel dizzy, you know?
Oh my God.
I felt displaced.
Oh my God. Because you couldn't check your spawns at the same time.
Yeah. I felt displaced. I felt like I don't mean to say it's like this, but I felt like I had no limbs, okay? I felt like a paraplegic, and that's exactly how I felt, and you can't say that I didn't, okay?
All right, I believe
It's
you.
the same situation, me and that guy. You know? It's the same situation. What
I believe that's how you felt, yes.
what I should do is I should go I I should go on the streets, and I should have a sign and a little cup, and the sign should say Pokemon Go is down for 7 hours.
So what, they can come entertain you?
No. They compensate me because of my problem.
Okay.
I mean, I clearly have a problem.
You're like, should I see therapy because I missed Pokemon Go so much today?
It was gone for like 15 minutes at that point.
So far, you're doing pretty good.
I'm delirious now, though, you know? I feel like I'm
Stoned?
inebriated, for sure.
Yeah.
Randall says, you didn't answer my question. Will I dye my hair blonde for the special episode? I would rather shave my head for episode 200. What if I shaved a 2 into my head?
That'd be funny.
Or what's the Roman numeral for 200? My mom knows all that
Your
shit. She
mom
loves
knows,
that
I
shit.
don't know.
Probably it's B. Who knows? Madeline Vatamo Crowell says, happy Pride. Guys, love yous. Madeline is a lovely soul who was actually at our wedding.
Yeah,
Our vows.
it's there. That was so nice of them to come.
Definitely. So, we have a few topics to cover today. Pull up my sheet. All right, so actually, that's a pretty good transition to Happy Pride, because I want to talk about this. We have Shannon on, and when the Shannon clip comes up, we went over our soundboard, and we had Shannon rate certain sound clips. So I wanted to play a little clip from the original video that that one of our sound bites comes from, and that sound bite is...
Doesn't that make you gay?
Okay, so I forgot how this video goes, because I always see the compilation of like the craziest questions that he asks. So we're gonna watch the compilation, but I tuned into the longer video that's like an hour long, and I forget that this guy gets his redemption. I totally forgot that.
He does?
Yeah.
The guy asking the question?
Yes, because the guy asking the questions, you hear these questions and they're so outlandish. He says, "Doesn't that make you gay?" He asks,
Why?
"Why are you gay?" He even asks, and he's having a hard time grappling with the idea that his the person he's interviewing is a trans man who has a female partner. He doesn't understand. So when you first see it, you're like, oh, this is like a homophobic dude. But, dude, the ending of it, it's a beautiful it's a beautiful redemption story.
Really?
Yeah. All right, so in our play, it's like a minute or two long, this compilation. And it's just the questions he asks are insane.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr.? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
morning to you.
Why are you gay?
He comes out
Right
guns blazing.
Right
okay?
in there.
First of all, I feel so bad for Pepe. You know, the sound bites are funny to use on the soundboard. I do feel genuinely bad for Pepe, but watch this guy's redemption. Okay, not in this clip.
This is an educational video.
Yeah,
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay. You are a transgender.
What shows that I'm gay?
You are a transgender, and you're a gay rights activist and an outspoken lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you? Now we're looking at the raging debate. You're a gay rights
Raging
activist.
debate.
Why should someone be gay? You're having a girlfriend.
no,
Do you perform the natural
Yeah, the clips
obligations?
cut out the answers.
exactly. Yeah, this is just
So it's
his
like-
questions. Yeah,
This is 4 laughs.
right.
I'm not sexually active right now.
So what are
By
you doing with
choice.
this lady?
By choice.
By choice.
I've just not. I've chosen not to engage.
Doesn't that make you gay?
What do you mean? Doesn't that make me gay? I am male and attracted to a female.
So who is gay?
I'm gay.
Oh,
So-
man. No, he like
First of all, someone
he just
should have
doesn't-
prepared him.
Literally doesn't understand
No.
what's going on. Like
I'm not sure if like he's an audience proxy and that people like don't understand largely, and that he's asking questions that want to be asked. But I also feel like
he really doesn't know. I feel like
maybe they should have prepared him a little more. You know,
yeah.
he's going in really blind. But here's what I like.
Pepe
okay?
though was very calm.
Pepe is
Looks like.
very calm. It gets much worse. A pastor calls in and then shows up at the studio.
Oh.
And he begins to show phallic-shaped fruit to describe what Pepe does. And Pepe is obviously offended, but the way that the interviewer... I'll just play it. It's at 47:10, so hold on. Let me just get this to the right place. So things go off the fucking rails, okay? But as soon as pasta comes in. But, oh my god, dude. So, here we go.
Blood she's talking about for everyone. No, it's a she. You see, a car. This one is a banana.
Don't abuse someone's
There's
sex.
a me. I know her.
This gentleman is a
No,
transgender.
she's a female. There are
Oh,
no
he see-
two. It is either male.
Throughout the conversation, he learned.
Yeah, exactly. He just
Because he
needed to be
was
taught.
open to learning. Someone
Yeah.
who asks questions, you can tell someone who's asking a question who really needs and wants to know an answer,
Right,
and someone who's asking a rhetorical question to be mean.
right.
So that's the difference. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of dumb. It's very ignorant,
Yes.
but it's not malicious.
I couldn't agree more. And that's why I wanted to give a bit of context to that bit of history on our soundboard, in that it's not just a guy that doesn't understand, it's a guy that doesn't understand and then stands up for someone once he knows who they are.
Yeah, like immediately afterward, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah, so I thought that was a pretty cool story to take a look
Totally.
at that clip.
Yeah, I do remember that kind of, but I did forget.
We have Alex Woolard Allen here, who says iconic because I want to beach philosophical God. Yeah, that I definitely have all those reactions to those clips as well. Okay, it's a crazy clip, but I'm glad to have that hero on our soundboard who stands up for Pepe. You know, and it's Pride Month, Pepe, wherever you are. Happy Pride Month to you, Pepe.
And not for nothing, his accent's really adorable, so it's just funny every time you play that very short clip out of context.
Yeah. And okay, so that is that. What else do we have today?
So yeah, happy Pride.
Yeah, Happy Pride. Yeah, we're kind of like revisiting all of our old topics
Right,
too
it's
today.
100th episode.
Yeah. So right now, what I'm gonna do is
That's the third burp you've
I
had.
can't help it.
What
I'm sorry.
Is it because you had a soda?
I didn't have a soda, did I? Mm-hmm. Oh, for lunch. It started with the coffee, though. It's the fucking nasty Starbucks coffee. But here we go. So this doesn't impact our live viewers, but right now, for those who are watching the main finished episode, we're going to, at my Thanos snap, my Thanosi, okay? We're going to cut to the interviews with Randall, Ryan, and Antoine. It's been a while since we've seen him, but it's very nice to see him. When we started this podcast, there weren't just three men. We had Amy, we had Pat, we had Shannon Lee, and we had Ryan Fassett.
Beautiful.
What do you think about that?
Great timing.
Yeah, Ryan is here right now. I'm going to admit him. See how this goes. This is the first time that we're trying multiple guests in one recording. Do we have connecting to audio? Video, boom. There we go. It's Mr. Ryan Fassett in this motherfucker.
Ew.
What's up, guys?
There
Hey,
we
Ryan.
go. What's good, man? How's it going?
Well, it's going, just hunkering down like the rest of the world, hopefully,
Yeah. Oh, I mean, dude, have you been out and seen what's going on outside or no?
Yeah, we do the, trips to the grocery store, what have you, get the essentials. It's like any other thing in the world, it's kind of like, there's some people doing the right thing, some people doing
Yeah.
the wrong thing, and, you just kind of keep on your own path and, hopefully It's all good.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, what we've noticed is we drive around but never walk around. What we've seen is that Amy will observe and be like, "It looks like a regular day outside," you know, like.
I try not to get like judgmental.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try not to get judgmental.
yeah. But
It's getting harder.
Yeah.
It's really getting harder with protests and whatnot. So,
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Hey, actually, you're with News 12, right?
No, I'm not with News 12. No,
Okay.
I was with a town's media department. And
okay.
Now I'm back now I'm back like freelance for movie stuff. So.
Sick. Okay, cool.
And believe it or not, I actually left the like news media job like maybe a week or two before this all hit. So everyone's been telling me like, dude, what kind of like, precog did you have going on to like get the hell out of there? And they were like, my old job at this point, when it started, they were like calling me to like, they're like, oh, can you do press conferences or anything? And I'm like, no.
Yeah,
no.
Moved on, yeah.
No, that's cool. I'm good.
Fuck, man. Yeah, I mean, Amy was working at Starbucks a few months before this all started, and then she changed jobs, and it's just crazy to think that if you would have stayed at Starbucks, you would have to be out there serving people, you know?
Yeah, the Starbucks is still open. My new job is closed. I feel like if I was still working there, I would either, I'm sure they're all doing this, but I would like drastically cut my hours or just take myself out the game at that point because I hated it anyways. Probably would have quit.
Yeah, dude. It's been I'm happy to have Amy here, home and safe. But what I want to talk to you about too is that, we started this podcast together. It used to be so crazy to schedule meetings because there's 4 of us and we live kind of out in the boonies, you know? But
I remember the original setup was like, it looked like, like those old like cartoons of like 4 hobos around a burning garbage can. We had like this one microphone and like a one computer setup and like everyone was kind of hunched over it, like.
Yeah.
Aww.
Imagine we had video back then.
Old days.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And back then we would always talk about, you and I would kind of default to fast food stuff,
Sure.
So what I want to ask you about,
review them and stuff like that, because you used to make more videos about it as well.
Right? Yeah, because our number 1 episode is called Origin Stories, which makes sense for a number 1, but then it's called Origin Stories and Spicy Nuggets. What have you been kind of consuming during this? Have you been able to get out to the grocery store? Are you ordering in a lot?
Yeah. Well, when it first like started getting kind of crazy and like, things were like shutting down left and right, and it was like, oh man, like that little thought in the back of your mind is like, do we have to like, forage and like, like,
totally.
Do we have to like bunker kind of thing, So, we went out to the grocery store and I remember we bought a bunch of canned stuff because it was like, that's always like the old go-to. It's like, oh, if you're going to be locked in a while, get, a lot of canned stuff because it lasts a while and all that,
Yeah.
So we got that. We got like frozen stuff. But then like, a couple weeks go by and it's like the grocery stores are still open, like it's not like the food chain is shut down here, and like we're on our own for the next 3 years or something.
Imagine if we had to start like hunting and gathering.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what it felt like at first. Like, yeah, like, a friend of mine was like telling me like you should start pickling stuff. And I'm like, I'm a pampered ass suburban boy.
Yeah.
I buy my pickles at the store, thank you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't mess with jars in this house.
Right.
No, dude, I wouldn't know where to start.
Same.
Yeah, like, it's like, what do you pickle? Just as a tryout, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I've had pickled eggs before. Pickled hard-boiled eggs.
Hey, ew,
They were good. They were pickled in like a pepperoncini juice, like banana pepper juice.
Sounds good.
I'm weird with eggs, so like, there's no way I would touch that shit ever.
No way.
Like, I'm very like, if you want to call me a basic bitch with eggs, that's what it is. Like, I want scrambled eggs or like whatever. Like, don't give me any pickled eggs out of a jar. It
Yeah,
ain't gonna
no.
happen.
No way, dude. Yeah, I once was at Raven Gregory's house, who was our previous guest about 3 episodes ago, and he warned me that his mom, if we crossed paths, she was gonna offer me deviled eggs, and that if I said no, that bridge would be burned fucking forever. So I literally prayed. I was like, please don't let it happen, because I can't do it.
I'll
can't
eat
do
them
it.
for you.
Well, isn't like a chief component of deviled eggs mustard, and like you're like not with that? Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Yeah, I've had a lifelong mustard crusade. This is crazy that we're doing these clips because it feels like we just started, but I have to let you go in a second to get the next guy on.
I know.
But we have to do a full episode with you though. We have to have you back as like a featured.
Do a full catch up, yeah.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Love to see your face.
We've got nothing going on right now. So
Yeah.
Now's the time.
My last question before I let you go is this. What is your thoughts, speaking of mustard, on how every single location of fast food that's not New York, that isn't the city and Long Island, even upstate does this bullshit. They put fucking mustard on the burgers.
Yeah, and the 2 big burger joints in the world, which is McDonald's and Burger King, their basic cheeseburger is a ketchup and mustard operation.
Oh, yeah.
I think because they both originated like kind of in like, the flyover states or like in the South, that's like a thing.
Yeah.
So like, I grew up in Virginia, so like mustard was prevalent, if you will.
Yeah.
I like mustard.
The rivers flowed with mustard down there. Yeah. So like I'm used to it, but like my mom, for example, she grew up in Long Island. She's not with mustard. She's like, she'll use some brown mustard on a hot dog or something, but like burgers, no, that's a ketchup game. She will not put mustard on burgers. It's not a thing.
Interesting.
No. So,
I can't think of any other way besides mustard. If I had to choose between ketchup and mustard on my burger, I would say mustard only.
Ew, really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
See, I'm just like, kind of raised with it. So like I can deal, Yeah. What I've taken to lately is like burger sauces.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah.
I don't
like
know
Shake
if you
Shack?
watch like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch like Gordon Ramsay does these like 10-minute cooking videos lately during the whole quarantine thing.
Yeah.
He shows you like how you can make like a full like crazy thing in like under 10 minutes. And one of them, he did a cheeseburger. And he made this, and I know you'll like this, he made this burger sauce out of like mayo and sriracha and stuff.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's right up your alley.
He made it, and it was damn good.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So
I feel like I've made that
like
before.
there's your bite that you need.
It's like
Fuck
a special sauce except 2.0.
Yeah. All right, dude. We have to get Randall Begins on, but thank you so much for doing this, man. We'll have to do a full episode with you, man.
Yeah, so nice to see you.
All right,
Looking
dude.
forward to it. Stay safe, guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right, see you soon.
Peace. All right, now let's get Randall in here.
There I go.
Randall Begins. Hey, man, what's that stinking ass email? Now, Randall fucking Begins. This dude, you might know him as someone that we've commented. No. Someone that we've said has commented on our live videos. Whenever we have our live angle, which usually looks like this, comments flood in from this dude, Randall Begins. He is a man who makes his own strange recipes. He's a man who is not replying to my Facebook message right now. I wonder if we're in the same time zone. I think we are. Ooh, if he doesn't come.
Does he know?
Oh, me.
I don't know.
Do a little surprise drop on him.
Who knows?
And his fucking time's running out if he doesn't go. Oh, he's seen it? Let's see.
It.
All right.
Oh, he's typing.
Here we go.
It's going down. Boom.
Oh, I shouldn't even say what it is, but it's
got it.
such a fucking funny email. All right. Let's see. Invites. All right, puppy. Sent.
They've been doing yard work outside
Oh, dude,
at the
it's
complex all day.
infuriating
You
me.
can hear that. It's the lawnmower outside.
So that's Randall Begins, and we can go extra with him because the next guest I actually didn't tell about this.
See? So it wasn't that crazy of a question?
Her name is Jenna Shand, okay?
Oh, so it's not that crazy. of a
Right.
request.
Yeah.
It's your mom.
It's my mama.
Is it going to be video?
I'm going to do FaceTime with her.
All right.
Yeah, I'll keep recording this, and I'll have her on FaceTime, and I'll plop her right here.
Gotcha.
But yeah, dude, this is our 100th episode.
Congratulations, lover.
Congratulations to you.
We're still together.
Has there been anything during the... Ooh,
It's annoying.
I'm starting. I mean, episode 100, we still haven't worked out those kinks, you know?
It's not our fault.
Is there anything that you think that we've gotten better at during the course of recording these episodes?
I think that personally, I feel less awkward, like being on the screen
Okay,
and
fuck,
stuff.
yeah.
Be more comfortable. I think, I don't know, cause like I don't really listen to our episodes.
Yeah, but you experience them.
I experience them. I say they get better. They just get more enjoyable for me to record because I'm more comfortable.
All right, here we go. Now, what I want you to do is, since I asked you that, and you talked about how you've gotten better,
Yeah.
now say a thing about me, okay?
I think that you have been practicing your singing a lot.
You think so, really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
See? And that's fun for you, right?
Yeah, I hope that. So to Amy, I've not gotten better at anything. She's saying when Randall comes, hopefully he'll have a meal in front of him, so we can do a little rap. Where the fuck is Randall?
He said see you in a minute, but he actually meant like 7.
More like Randall has yet to begin. Oh shit!
Bars. Why is this so short today? Is this usual?
No, it's wrapped. It's wrapped. You have a problem?
No, I like it better.
She's talking about this. Look at our table. Our table's fucked.
It just has a lot of scratches on it.
Our table looks like an old lady's liver spotted skin, you know?
Oh my god. There he is.
Oh shit, let's see. Oh boy, here we go.
He begins.
That was my fucking joke. It says connecting to the audio.
I hear it.
Let's hear him. Say something.
Whoa.
Hey, there we go. There we go, dude.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Oh, wow. What a background.
Thank you.
Are you at your store?
No, I don't have a physical retail location. This is actually my office.
Oh, that's like
shit.
us.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Well, so what's up, man?
Not much, man. I'm glad I got the day off so I can relax a little bit. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this for a long time.
Yeah, I was just telling our previous 5-minute guest that we're going to have to do a full episode. And I feel like you deserve one as well.
Totally.
But we'll have to prepare more, I want, for that, I want you to have meals made, right? So I can look at those meals and just, spit my bars. Because, actually, why don't you talk about it? Talk about our situation where you post pictures of food and what do I do when that happens?
Oh man, I like to refer to them as roasts.
Yeah.
You just. I think at first you would see it and you'd be like, "Come on, dude! Like, are you just trolling the world? Are you trolling me specifically? You would just say something and then I just got a kick out of it. I liked any kind of reaction that I would get from people, whether it was good or bad. Because it was entertaining for me, I was just, all I was doing was sharing what I was eating.
Yeah.
And then just getting a reaction out of people. I was kind of I'm surprised at how much it's picked up. I had some friends from high school. They recently created a high school Facebook group from people who graduated from 2010. And a couple of the people were even talking about my food. They were almost kind of roasting me too. They're like, "Oh God, don't mention his spaghetti," or something.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and I was thinking to myself, man, I've never seen you guys say anything before. I didn't realize. I feel like watch. I'm gonna go international one day. I'm gonna have people from Japan, just you.
Yeah.
Your spaghetti.
Yeah. I mean, I actually really think so. Yeah, can you describe your spaghetti process? Because it's quite the process. I feel like I've talked about it on the podcast, but I don't think I got it right exactly.
Well, I want to say the greatest inspiration from it was just the fact that I'm just lazy.
Okay.
I don't like cooking. I'm like, I want to eat and I want to eat now. How can I make something that I like as fast as possible?
Got you.
And so I'm like, okay, boil the noodles. That's easy.
Yes.
After I boil the noodles, I throw them on the plate. Well, I mean, I put them on the thing to get all the water out, and then I put it on the plate, and then I just choose this whatever jar of sauce that I like, whatever flavor I'm interested in. I pour some on there. I take a fork, I mix it up.
Hold on. Wait. So far, it's mostly normal, but I will say that when you posted the video, the sounds that it makes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, you know what gave it that extra sound was probably the Kraft cheese that I use, right?
Oh, yeah, get into that, yeah.
So, like, I really love cheese, you know? Not so much, like, when I was a kid, I really, really loved cheese, but, like, not so much now. I think I'm a little bit more pickier. So, like, Kraft cheese itself, I can't eat that cold. I think it has, like, maybe, like, a plastic taste, or it has something where I'm just like, I'm just, disappointed with the taste of it, and I'm disgusted. I'm like, okay, none of this cheese. The only time I can eat that cheese is if it's a grilled cheese sandwich. Anytime it's, like, melted, anytime it's hot.
Yeah.
So I just got the idea of, like, you know what, I'm going to take some of this cheese, put it on spaghetti. And then after I've mixed up the sauce, I put the cheese on there.
And that's American cheese?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay.
Kraft American cheese. And so I sometimes put 2, maybe 3 slices in there. And then the thing that I really like is like, so I have it melted on the top. Okay. Just so that I can visually see like, okay, it's melted. And then I take it, then I mix it up. So that cheese, because this is where I put the Parmesan cheese. I love the Parmesan cheese so much that, like that thing's like, it's like a snow mountain, it's like it's Christmas, it's just like, just caked on there.
That's what I just did to my pasta today.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
Not the whole process, but the Parmesan cheese.
How many? All right, say you have a regular can of shaky Parmesan cheese, right?
Sure. We usually get the tall one, like the real big one.
Okay, so how many plates of this spaghetti does that make? And be real.
Oh man, I think it depends.
Because I think 3.
No, I can get more plates than 3.
Okay.
I was thinking somewhere between 7 and 10 in my mind.
Okay.
Because these are really tall bottles.
It's like a Pringles
funny
can.
story.
Okay.
Funny story. This is how I knew I really loved Parmesan cheese. My parents, we had moved and we were living in the Philippines, and so both my mom and my dad, they were going to be gone for a week.
Yeah.
And so I was with my grandmother, and my grandmother doesn't speak any English. So my parents were just worried. They're like, well, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to eat?
Yeah.
And I straight up told them, listen, I can have spaghetti, breakfast, lunch, dinner for the whole week.
Oh my God,
I will survive.
Don't worry about me.
We actually ran out of spaghetti before they got back. Yeah. My grandmother had to go to like one of those like people that cook on the carts or whatever, like a food cart basically.
Yeah.
A food cart, or she went to like a small store and where they already made the spaghetti, and they actually already had the cheese inside. They would sell it like in a plastic bag, and like there'd be the spaghetti in there, and you can see that there's like melted cheese inside the spaghetti already. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. So like my grandmother would get that. She'd give it to me. I wasn't paying attention. I had ran out of Parmesan cheese. We had 2 cans, but these were the normal big cans, not like the big cans that they have now.
Yeah.
We had 2 cans. I'm sure like one of them wasn't, like one was full and the other one was like maybe half full. I must have finished it like 2 days before my parents got back. And the only reason I say that is because when my mom got home, she's like, where's the Parmesan cheese? And I literally just turned and looked at her and I was like, what are you talking about? What Parmesan cheese? Like that's how long I've been without Parmesan cheese. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And so she's like, there's 2 big cans in here. And I'm like, oh, I finished those.
Yeah.
She got so mad at me.
Yeah.
She was like, do you know how expensive this cheese is? But it was just like one of those, like, that's how I knew I really loved Parmesan cheese, because I finished all of it in 1 week before my parents got back. And I was like a little kid. I was like, I don't know, 8, Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what I realize now is like I've given you too much credit, because I said that my description of your process was that I said you put provolone cheese, But dude, American cheese on spaghetti is fucking savage.
Yeah. No, I mean, I switch it up. Sometimes I'll have like the shredded mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
And then sometimes I'll use provolone cheese.
Okay.
Every once in a while I'll use like the sharp cheddar cheese, like like mild cheddar or whatever. But it just doesn't taste right. You know, it doesn't blend well. Like the white cheese. The only yellow cheese that blended was the American cheese.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, the American, because here, a staple of where we live is the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich on a bagel, right? And normally on any sandwich, I'll go cheddar over American, but that sandwich specifically, the way that the American melts with the egg, it's just, it's a staple, man, you know?
That's the meal, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I kind of can't really eat eggs unless it's got cheese in it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can, but I mean, like, I'm always like, if I get breakfast food and I have eggs, I make sure that I'm literally eating a slice of bacon before I start putting the eggs. Mm-hmm. So it's basically I got bacon and eggs in my mouth as I'm eating it. Dude, you know, I can't just eat eggs. I try to eat eggs by itself every once in a while, but I'm just like, I don't want it. I feel like it's got like cheese in it.
That's me with like broccoli and green beans. I mean, the amount of green beans that you eat, like. What I feel like you don't get credit for is this, because people will. I feel like your comments. There's a balance between like a fun roast and like a negative comment. And when I feel that you get the most negative comments is when you post fast food, and that I feel isn't your big food sin. Your big food sin is the pasta or. Amy has noticed that you
what?
The wings.
Oh yeah, when you cut up the hot dogs and put them on stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a token.
I mean,
signature.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't eat hot dogs a lot, you know. So like when I do eat hot dogs, it's like one of those like you're in the mood for. So like you'll eat hot dogs for like maybe like a month, and then go like 3-4 months without eating hot dogs, and then you're back on the hot dogs again. Just like bagels. Like I just started getting bagels again, and I probably haven't had bagels in like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I'll be like on a bagel kick, and I'll like grab all the different flavors of cream cheese, just because I'm like, I haven't had this in forever, you know. So it's like, it's good, it's refreshing. It's like I'm changing out the routine a little bit almost. Like the toast with cottage cheese. Like I haven't had cottage cheese in a while, so I was like, it's simple, you know. You toast the bread,
you know.
It's still cheese. It's still cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Dude, have you tried this? Because you just said bagel, and I had a flashback to one thing that I used to do. And you're right. You know, we go through these food cycles of things that we like to eat, but then we kind of forget. I used to always I would put a burger on a bagel. Oh, dude, that shit is so good.
A bagel burger?
Yeah, so good, man. Have you ever done that?
No. That actually sounds kind of intriguing. The only problem is that I'm kind of picky about my burgers, I suppose. You know, like when my mom, when she cooks burgers, like I like thin meat. I don't like thick meat.
I've noticed that. So
yeah. So like, you know, like that's why I kind of like McDonald's, because their burgers are always so thin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or fast food burgers, you know, like any place that's like real thick burgers, I'm just like, you know, like it depends on what the toppings and the type of bread and everything's mixed with it.
Gotcha.
But I mean, I don't know if it's because of the way I grew up. Like my mom, she doesn't really season the ground beef. She literally just makes the ground beef, throws it on the pan, she cooks it, you know, and usually I'm just going to cake it with like ketchup and mustard,
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe even some relish,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like preferably pickles, but I mean, like, but relish is basically pickles anyways, you know, so it's like, but no, that sounds really good, but I probably would have to do like, you know, those burgers that they have like in the frozen food aisles?
Yes.
Bubba burgers. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. So like, I'd probably have to like get one of those.
Yeah,
cook the burger,
that's what I would
and then
use
put
too.
it on a bagel.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Now, before we let you go and move to the next flash guest, I'll call it, because it's like a flash, you know. I want you to rank all the fast food burgers, but first, do you have anything to promote? Where can people support you?
Yeah. Shoot. Let me grab my business cards real quick. I got a couple right here. Give me 1 second.
I like that old school Superman poster.
I hope he answers the phone on the podcast. Answer it.
Yeah, no, I never answer that house phone. It's always telemarketers, and like I swear we get like 50 phone calls a day from telemarketers.
Oh, I
trying
bet,
to
dude. Yeah,
scam money out of my mom.
Yeah, dude. When my phone rings, then it isn't a text. I'm frightened. I'm like, who could this be?
It's usually like an unknown. Yeah.
Yeah, I always have my phone on. Like, I always have the ringer off. I'm like, if it's an important phone call, they're gonna leave a message. They leave a message, I give them a call back.
Yeah.
Or same thing like text messages. So half the time I don't even recognize some of the numbers. And most of my friends, like when they try to call me, they just know to message me on Facebook because they know I'm on Facebook all the time. And so they'll be like, hey man, you want to go out to the bar tonight? You want to go grab some drinks? I'm like, oh yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
But let me see right here. You can see that.
Yeah.
It's my business card. So I am a comic book retailer. I sell comic books. It's an online business right now. I'm still working on the website, but people can reach me through Facebook. I have a Facebook group, the Blank Variant Comics. So basically, I'm on Facebook, Blank Variant Comics. I'm also on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm not on them as much, but people still kind of reach out to me, and I always try to make sure I respond.
Yeah.
I do that, and then I also do, it's kind of like a generic right there, Comic Book Collectors League. I like to go on there and talk about like comic book related stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect example, release the Snyder Cut. I'm so excited for
dude, yeah, you're such a nerd for this shit, dude. All right, so just for those who are watching that don't know what this is, Zack Snyder, I'll disagree, but Zack Snyder, right? He did the Superman movie, and he did Batman vs Superman, and he was kind of like creating the whole aesthetic and tone for the DC movies. And while he was filming his Justice League, which was going to bring them all together and be this epic payoff, his daughter died, right?
Yeah, she was, I believe it was suicide.
Yeah.
She died. She passed away. She was like 19, 20 maybe.
Yeah.
It was, they have several kids, and she was one of the adopted kids. And, but yeah, it was just one of those like surprise, like really just,
devastating,
got to deal with it, and like, and mourn and go through the whole process.
For sure.
And of course, one of the things I'm that makes me upset about the DC films is that you have Warner Brothers and you have the heads of Warner Brothers that literally just, it's a business, like the name of the game is we got to make money. Like they don't care if it's good or bad. They don't care if they like it or don't like it. They just want it to be well enough that it makes the money. And so when you have the heads of Warner Brothers, they're like, well, we can't delay Justice League. We need to put this out because we're on a schedule, we're on a time frame, and this is the money we're expected to make. So we're gonna just have somebody else finish it,
Yeah.
And if it were up to me, I'd be like, no. Like, we'll just delay it, just like any other movie, any other situation. The proper thing to have done would be to delay it. And so many people tore that movie apart. I give Joss Whedon the credit for like, you did the best you could with what you had. And then on top of that, Joss couldn't even do what he wanted to do because there was the mandate of keeping the movie 2 hours, or technically 1 hour and 59 minutes.
Right, yeah, because Joss was brought in to finish it and to rewrite certain things and to refilm certain things. And, I've always been a big Joss Whedon fan.
Me too.
And I've not been the biggest Zack Snyder fan, but I feel like I'm neither like super into his stuff or super against it. Like I thought like Batman vs Superman, most people that I've spoken to said it's like the worst superhero movie of all time. I thought it was like a 4 out of 10. I didn't think it was bad at all. But there are people who staunchly defend it and who love it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like the great thing about the superhero films now is that there's so many that are made, so there's so much more to compare them to.
Yeah.
So now there's more of an opinion. There's more of a spectrum where people are rating them.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when you see people say, like for example, you said that someone said Batman v Superman is the worst superhero comic book film made.
Yeah.
Clearly they haven't seen Catwoman with Halle Berry. So it's like, or they have seen Catwoman and Halle Berry, and they still think Batman v. That's when you know that person's crazy.
Well, I know what you mean, but also I think that not to defend that position because I don't agree with it. I think there are worse. I mean, I think that Marvel's Hulk is worse. You know, I think Marvel has had great hits, but that Hulk was an early flop. But
which one though? The Eric Bana one or the Incredible Hulk?
the Incredible Hulk, yeah, that I didn't like at all. But
really,
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
I feel like people kind of like grade superhero movies as post Iron Man and pre Iron Man. You know, like there's a different curve now that all the Marvel movies have happened. You know, so
yeah,
the Catwoman movie is horrible, but also all of the superhero movies, largely from that time, besides Spider Man, are pretty bad. But I mean, okay, hold on. I have to let you go in 2 minutes. But what from that era do you like? Besides Spider Man, yeah.
You're asking the wrong person. You're asking the guy who makes the worst spaghetti in the world. You know, like I enjoyed. I mean, like Catwoman, I didn't hate it, but I recognized that it wasn't, you know, a good superhero film. You know, I always look at things from 2 point of views. Yeah. I am a comic book fan on one side, and then I'm also a film fanatic on the other side. So like when I judge a film, like based like on the two conditions, like as a comic book fan, I'm gonna base it off of like how is it adapted, you know, like, you know, where are the Easter eggs, or where are the mention of the characters, like how close is it adapted to the comic book. And then as a film fanatic, I'm gonna look at it and just like judge it as a film. Yeah. You know, judge it from like, beginning, middle, end, as a story, as a structure, acting, directing. I'm gonna judge it on that basis. So yeah, Catwoman was just like not a great film, also not a great comic book film. Yeah. But there was aspects of the film that I can respect, like, you know, like some directed scenes, some like parts of it. But yeah, no, bottom of the totem pole. Like, but like the past movies, Spider-Man 2, even now, Spider-Man 2 is still the best Spider-Man movie made.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like Tom Holland's a great actor.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that Tom Holland would have been in the Sam Raimi films, because then that is where you get like the, you know, because one of the things I think the Spider-Man films, the early Spider-Man films lacked was the humor. Yeah. You know, but I understand why, because Spider-Man was one of those first, like, you had like the superhero films were just emerging. They were just like being made, being put out. So it was so important for them to do well, you know, box office, to do well, like amongst the audience. And so Sam Raimi really approached it in a more of a dramatic way. Yeah. You know, like a serious and dramatic way with like little elements of like niceness and you know, little like his type of humor. Yeah. And it worked. It worked. People took Spider-Man seriously. People loved Spider-Man. Yeah. Tobey Maguire was one of the people that he was one of my top choices for Peter Parker, because I had seen him in Cider House Rules, and I saw him in Pleasantville. I think it was Pleasantville when I saw that. That's when I was like, this guy needs to be Peter Parker Spider-Man. And then it happened, and I ended up watching it. Danny Elfman doing the music, which was great. Yeah. You know, Sam Raimi. I wasn't that familiar with Sam Raimi, and it was because of Spider-Man I became a Sam Raimi fan. Yeah. Because I never really watched the Army of Dead and Evil Dead films. I still need to. I've seen like half of Evil Dead 1, and I've seen most of Army of Darkness, but on television. Yeah. You know, not like actual like properly edited. Mm-hmm. But Daredevil. A lot of people really crap on Daredevil, but I enjoy Daredevil.
Got about 20 seconds left. Sorry, man.
20 seconds. Okay. Yeah. Well, then that's it. We'll just cut it from there.
Cool. Yeah, Daredevil.
To be continued.
Oh, yeah, man. Sure. Yeah, we have you in a full episode, dude. And all right, last thing, 15 seconds, just shout out top 3 fast food burgers.
Top 3 fast food burgers. Okay. McDonald's, Burger King, and when I have the money and I can afford it, Five Guys.
Nice.
Okay. You got to get out there and try Jack in the Box out west, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. I always hear great things about Jack in the Box.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. Thank you for doing this, dude.
Oh, no problem.
Thanks
you
so much.
Me.
Oh, yeah. We'll definitely have you on a full one, man. But, yeah, we're going to get in our boy Twan right now.
Okay.
All right, man.
Bye.
See you later.
Fuck you shaking your head at me for?
I'm not.
I saw you do it, you know? It's on camera. Everyone knows. Just like Trump says, everyone knows. Everyone knows.
One.
If you ever shake your head at me again, Amy, there's not going to be 101st episode, okay?
Okay.
But look, she's holding my hand. She does really love me, okay? Despite what comes up on the podcast, she does really love me, you know?
I thought your mom was next.
Well, she was gonna be, but Randall went on.
I didn't know that mattered.
We have the fuck. Oh, I'm getting so pissed at you right now.
I didn't know it changed the order.
Hold on, Mom was never told that she was gonna be in this.
Right.
It's a surprise to her. Twan was told 145.
Ooh.
It's fucking 45.
Gotcha.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you got a problem with this? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what to do right now. Okay, you go over to that charger. Okay, right fucking now.
Oh, plug it in.
And plug it in because we're dying over here. Oof. Twan has said, okay, give me a few minutes. My darling, I thought you forgot about me. I'm doing something real fast for my job online. Hurry, bitch.
Wow.
All right. Who else is that? Oh, yeah. Twan, we have a little space between there. A little space between. You know what one of the first intros was going to be before you agreed to do the song?
What?
I'll tell you this. You were so fucking annoying about the song.
I was? I don't remember.
Yep. You were like, I don't know what to do. I can't do it. And then you tried it and you had that song done in like 30 minutes. Oh. You fucking did it. But
that's how I work.
So what I want to do is this, right? I'm going to spit the bars and then we're going to come back again and you spit it with me, okay?
Okay.
Okay. This is the space between. Your face looks mean. Another word that rhymes with space between. This is the space between. Your face looks mean. Another word that rhymes with space between. This is the space between.
Again?
Your face. You didn't do it though.
I did.
You did it so low they couldn't hear you. So here, you, Beeb, come up real close to the mic, okay? Come up close to the mic.
This is embarrassing.
Why is this embarrassing?
You're making me do something I don't want to do.
This is part of entertainment value, okay? 3, 2, 1. This is the space between. Oh my god. My blood is fucking boiling.
Same.
Are you ready?
Are you really not going to let me get away with this?
Not
doing it?
Oh, why don't you want to do it though? I wrote this.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. This is the space between.
Your face looks mean. I forgot what you said.
This is a fucking mess of an episode, okay?
Neil looks so cute.
This is our anniversary episode, and you are just throwing it under the bus, you know? Whoa, Link's point.
That's better.
Might have to fucking blur that on the camera. That's too sexy. All right, while Twan does this, we'll call Mama. Get back now, okay? God damn it. What's your deal, yo?
Get back. You don't know me like that.
You rap that shit?
Yeah.
You rap fucking Ludacris, but not your own husband's.
What's that Drake song that's like, she said, let's put on some Ludacris?
Oh, yeah, hold on. I gotta look at the exact lyrics. All right. Drake. Listen to Ludacris. Okay. It's called How About Now,
oh, yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Okay, here we go. Where is it? Oh my god, this site sucks. Here we go. Yeah, always been daddy's little angel. I bought you dad a bunch of shit for Christmas. He didn't even say thank you. I had no money. Left from back then when I was focused on the music. I always used to try and burn your CDs and my news shit. You'd be like, who this? I'd be like, me, girl. She'd be like, oh, word, true shit. Then ask if we can listen to Ludacris. Them car rides made me feel like I was losing it. I'll tell you this. And this is a true story. That happened to me.
What do you mean?
I would hang out with friends. Mm-hmm. And I would put on bars of Pat Shand. I'll put on G Whyte or Big Honky PAT bars.
Okay.
I'll play it for a while, and they'll be like, hey, can we listen to something else? That's real.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Well, you know what's crazy? Actually, it just happened to me.
What you mean?
You did that to me just right now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what the fuck?
That's why I thought of this lyric.
I tried to get you to sing a bar by me, and you pussyfooted around it, right? You didn't really do it. You really 1/8-assed it, okay? And then you just start singing fucking Drake.
No, you started singing Drake.
No, you first. You started singing that.
I said, what's that Drake lyric?
Oh well, yeah, I sang it, but you brought it up though. Okay.
Yesterday, Pat had beef with his aunt for his.
This is the podcast,
I
you know,
know.
right? You want to talk about that?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Oh, it's time for Twan.
Let me ask you a question then.
What's up?
What problem do you have with me right now?
The only problem I've had so far is because I thought you were gonna rap the bar that you made up to your mom.
The space between? What the fuck is the problem with
And I
that
was
bar?
like, he's still on this.
Hold on. Why would that be
It's
a problem?
good. I just feel embarrassed to like rap it when I don't really know it.
One more time then, okay?
No,
I'll do it once more then.
I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah, you can do it however much you want.
Can you at least do like ad-libs? I'll do it slower, and you throw in an ad-lib at the end of each bar.
Okay.
Like, you know how Jim Jones,
I know
right?
how.
Whoa.
I'm ready. I'm just focused.
Okay. This is the space between. Your face looks mean.
Yeah.
Another word that rhymes with space between. Oh, two O's?
I couldn't think of a third one.
On God would have been a great one.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Want to go again?
Yeah.
This is the space between. Your face looks mean.
Yeah.
Another word that rhymes with space between.
Oh god.
I'll put my face between.
Oh God, no.
Those legs I mean. That was pretty good though, right?
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you.
My throat itches.
You better be good to me, you know, as a wife, okay?
Hello.
Why,
Can you hear me?
hello. Oh, yeah, man.
Hey.
What's good,
Hey,
dude?
there we go. Nothing. Am I live right now?
No, not live, but you're going to be,
Okay.
yeah, but you're on video.
Okay.
Wow, dude, those headphones.
Those are rad.
And do you notice something, Pat?
Fuck yeah, I was going to bring that up next. Oh, my God, dude, the Brazil shirt.
I had to. Come on now.
Yeah, why don't you tell the history of that shirt? And this, for those who don't remember, is my best friend Twan. He was from I think episode 40 maybe?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so
2
introduce-
episodes, right? I feel like I was on twice.
Oh yeah,
With Chris.
because you were on the Flat Earth episode with Chris. I almost say Chris Shand, like he's my side bitch, you know. But no, you were on that episode as like Chris's plus one, you
Entourage.
know? And then you came and did your own full episode. But yeah, talk about the Brazil shirt. I want the people to know what that is.
Let me move this cable here. So yeah, this Brazilian logo was a very lucky shirt of mine. You know, I remember I wore it with the intent of back in high school. I remember I had this shirt with the intent of luring an attractive Latina with this shirt.
Yeah.
And I told my aspiring dreams to Pat, and he made my dreams a reality in the What's Good web series.
Yep.
That's amazing.
So in the series, I remember I was sitting down, and I remember Chris thought I was watching a Rugrats marathon. Little did he know, right, Pat?
Nope.
My shirt, you know, I landed Vida Mujer with this shirt. You know.
Oh yeah.
I sealed the deal with that, and Chris was like, "How did you seduce Vida freaking Mujer?" And I just. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a clip from that episode in the podcast.
Please do.
I'm gonna have to.
And don't forget this was in the first episode too, when I was wearing pajamas, and Chris was like, Rick was like, "Why are you wearing pajamas to the interview?" And I had the best response. I said, "These aren't pajamas."
Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff, man. Fuck. I mean, you've always had a proclivity, if that's a word, right? Is that a word?
I think so.
A proclivity for Latina girls, huh?
That's just.
That's his type.
Yeah, that's my type.
Have you ever even kissed a white girl?
Yes, a few times.
Okay.
A few, but the majority are Latina.
Yeah.
Definitely the majority.
Yeah, it seems definitely skewed. But yeah, have you? Because you're a traveling man. You know, Twan works for, and I'll bleep this. He works for JetBlue. You know, and you.
But I'm not a flight attendant.
Right. No. He's a pilot, okay? You travel, I mean, you had been traveling all over, and then the fucking plague came through, you know?
Yeah, I actually traveled. So the last day I traveled, coincidentally, was the day that everything shut down, March 13th. Yeah. I came back from Puerto Rico. when this thing was still like a joke to some people, like oh, it'll never hit New York. And then little did we know, as soon as I got here, state of emergency. But I was out right until the end.
Could you have gotten stuck there?
Yes, if I didn't leave that day, they closed the border.
Dude, imagine.
Well,
you'd be in your
even though Puerto
glory.
Rico's
You know what I
part of the
mean?
United States. What'd you say?
I said you'd be in your glory there.
You'd probably be married by now.
Yeah.
I would have had just a few little twans running around and married.
Oh, dude, you know what I just thought? Twan, why don't you sign up for 90 Day Fiance?
Because you already have to have a fiance or something before you sign up.
Well,
they don't set you up with a foreign country person.
Well, put in some work.
No, tell them to sign up for some dating apps. Sign up for some dating apps that are specific to like Latina chicks. And then find some cute ass little Dominican girl and bring her ass over here. That's so offensive to say.
Why?
I don't know.
That's not.
I feel like she would be so lucky to have you.
Dude, imagine you get canceled from this podcast. I've said so much worse than you.
That's why I'm just like, no,
I've said so much fucking worse than you.
It's because I do watch a lot of 90 Day Fiance, and it makes my heart warm to see, like, two people from different worlds coming together, I feel like. Especially because my mom is super French-Canadian from a farm, and my dad is, like, a total frat boy from Boston.
What do you mean different worlds?
Just different, like, backgrounds.
Are you implying?
No.
What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh man, I had such a good question. I had a thick, juicy boy for you, Twan. But yeah, just while I think about that, how have you been, man? It's been too long since I've seen your beautiful face.
How's your cat?
I know.
What I was gonna say is that like, I think that mostly you like are a Spanish guy. Like people think that you're Spanish.
A lot of people think I'm Puerto Rican because a lot of Puerto Ricans, especially in the part where I go to Puerto Rico a lot, they're whiter than me.
Oh,
I mean, there are people like I'm gonna text you. It's a Puerto Rican rapper named Whyte, who you would never in a million years think this guy's Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
But in all his videos, he has big booty Puerto Rican chicks, and he's as Puerto Rican as they come.
I mean, dude,
that's
Louis C.K. Is Mexican. I mean, you just never know, When
it comes to like types with boys and girls, I feel like it's not totally out of your realm. Like, it's not bad for you to have that type because those kind of girls do go for like dark haired, darker skinned, Greek looking, you're Greek, like anything like that. Whereas like if you had really blonde hair and like really pale skin, maybe it would be so much harder for you to pull the kind of girls that you were interested in if you were interested in them. But luckily, those kind of girls tend to be kind of like interested in your kind of guy, so it works out.
Yeah.
I mean, and plus, Antoine's whole Instagram is in Spanish. Everything he posts is in Spanish. I mean,
I have some Sum 41. I have some, I have
he
some
likes the lyrics,
Frank
though.
Benjamin. I have a few.
Okay.
But a lot of my stories, yes, are in Spanish.
Yeah, I'd say like
the music is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on. Are you fluent in Spanish?
I could speak it pretty good. I mean, in Puerto Rico, I had to speak it because I don't really go to the touristy parts. I go to more like the city, so nobody really speaks English there. And by the looks of it, like if I was in San Juan, they look at my skin color, okay, he's a tourist. Let me talk to him in English. When you go into the middle of the island, they're all this color, so people just think you're like Puerto Rican, especially like this place in the supermarket in the middle of the island. They'll start talking to me in Spanish or like
Like if you were at a club over there and you saw like a girl that you liked, would you be able to go over across the club and like have a conversation with her and like let her know that you like fancied her?
I did that in Dominican Republic.
Nice. So that's like you practice that there, kind of. That's like cool. That's fun.
Yeah, I mean, some of the people like in Dominican Republic, they don't speak any English. In Puerto Rico's part of America, so they speak a lot more English than they do in DR. In DR, forget it. Everywhere I went, like nobody spoke English, like nothing. So I had to use my Spanish to talk to them, which I learned in the fish market more than I did in school.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Is it like easier to learn, obviously, when you're like in the DR, when it's like literally you're just drowning in a different language, you like have to kind of train your brain to pick up stuff?
Yes, and the problem is in DR they talk so fast too. It's not like in Colombia or Puerto Rico where they talk slower.
Mm-hmm.
Over there, they talk like race cars, you know. So you really have to like. I speak it, but they could tell I'm not from there because I speak it slower than they do.
Right.
And you know, I take breaths in between my sentences, you know.
Damn, I mean, how many countries have you been to?
DR, Bahamas. I'll start on this side of the earth first. DR, Bahamas, St. Martin, St. Lucia, both St. Martins, the Dutch and the French. There's 2 St. Martins. What else am I missing? I've been to where else have I been? Okay. So I think Barbados, and then on the other side of the world, I've been to Egypt, Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Dude, the picture of you with the
something.
camel, fuck, man, that's so funny. That's so
I have
funny.
all my plane tickets. These are all my trips that I've ever done on JetBlue.
Wow,
Oh, for real?
fun.
Everything. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That would be
These
so
are all
cool
my
to make
plane
like
tickets.
something sick out, like an origami airplane out of all of those.
My first trip ever with the company was orientation to Orlando.
Aww.
And I got literally, it's like I'm racking it, like making it rain.
Oh, dude, yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say, like, you hold your plane tickets the way a SoundCloud rapper holds their first rack, you know?
Yeah, like you see.
Holy shit.
That's wild.
Like Plies.
Yeah.
Remember the music video of Plies robbed myself for his eating the money? I'm just going to start eating these plane tickets.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, I've been saving these. And I still got my. So the last time I traveled was, Flight 1304. March 14th. That was the day. So it was a day later than I said. I said 13th. It was the 14th.
Yeah. Fuck, man. So when do you think that we're going to get back to it?
Well, we're already traveling. People are actually, now there's a problem. There's not enough flights. The demand to travel is. There was no demand.
Yeah.
I'd say up until we're May 21st. Last week we started getting like we're starting to figure out, okay, we got a problem because they're only flying some flights once a day, which they cannot. Because now, you know, in the planes they're socially distant now. So now when you're on the plane, the middle seat's blocked off, so you don't have anybody sitting next to you. And then they disinfect the planes. Now people are flying now because they feel safer because the air is recirculated every 3 minutes in the plane. They have HEPA filters. They have hospital grade air filters that ionize and clean the air.
I straight want to buy one of those for the apartment.
Yeah. Then people are really I mean, I've seen people the flights are all full going out. The few flights that we have are full. There's nowhere near where we were.
Dude, I would not do it yet, man.
I mean, I can't fly yet anyway because there's nothing open really seats wise.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the middle seat isn't enough, you know, like.
No.
I feel like 2 rows between, maybe, you know.
Yeah, and the problem is that well, then what they do is that they let families sit together. Like if you have 3 in your party, you could the 3 of you guys could sit together.
Yeah.
But no, I know what you're saying. I mean, as far as back to normal, I think July 3rd is supposed to be more or less like almost back to. A lot of people are still planning to fly in the summer.
Not me, dude. Not me.
Oh no. I mean, a lot of people are not, but a lot of people are. And then they have to fly these people because people have to remember anybody who cancels a trip has a refund, has a credit, so they have to use their credit before it expires.
Right. Now, I mean, we have our buddy Chris on tonight, and Chris is he's famously a conspiracy theorist. Have you had any interactions with Chris about this whole thing?
Yeah, I talk to Chris about it sometimes. You know, he's
So just like
his opinion.
I'm waiting for Raven to come in, and then I gotta pop you out. But first, while I have you here still, what should we expect tonight from Chris? Is he gonna go in about this pandemic, or
Oh yeah,
where's his head at?
Well, I mean, if you ask him about it, he'll definitely go into it as long as you ask him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you'll definitely hear his insight tonight about it. Sure.
So
I'm sure
he's not wearing a face mask, is what you're saying.
I'm saying if you well, no, he's wearing. I've seen him wear face masks.
Yeah.
Well, you have to. I mean, you can't.
Is that like a law?
Cannot.
Yes, some places
you know
you can't even enter.
Oh. Because I see so many
I don't think he
people
believes in it, but he's definitely, as far as when I was with him, he was wearing it because we kind of have no choice, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Hold on, I have a
Crazy
message from her.
times.
Oh man! All right, so Raven actually can't do it today because his back hurts. So I have you for a little bit more. So we were just spitting some bars a little bit earlier about what the intro would have been. Okay, the intro, and Amy's fucking her blood boiling right now. The intro would have been in the past. This is the space between. Your face looks mean. Another word that rhymes with space between. And I wanted Amy to rap it with me, and she just refused to do it. Okay, so just to help my ego a little bit, can you recite some of my old bars, some of your favorite of my old bars, okay, and make me feel better about myself?
Off the top of the head.
Yeah. I know one that you know for sure.
You can get them started.
Yeah, should I just get you started?
Yeah.
Just woke up from a bad dream.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I twist the...
Sticky icky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Can you do that one?
I only know the first floor lines, though. Something about...
Do it. I twist the sticky icky.
I make Biddy's titties sticky.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh,
I remember that from you.
Hold on. I twist the sticky icky. I make chickies say yippee. Okay? Which is a horrible bar.
The funny part is, too, you don't twist the sticky icky.
Back then I did.
Okay.
I make Biddy's titties sticky. Bitch get hair in a jiffy. Then you remember the next part? Start buttering them up.
Oh my god.
Peanut butter on my nuts.
Peanut butter? What is she, a golden retriever?
Oh god, dude.
Christ.
Yeah.
One time,
man.
there was a girl.
I feel like there was flirt.
His brain's ticking. I can see.
Late. Okay.
Flirt, I don't even remember. I feel like Flirt was a super cringy song, you know?
I remember Brandon News. Something.
Okay, so not me, okay?
No, if I'm saying I'm going through like the order. Brandon News first, and you were second. I'm trying to think.
Bri was there too.
Yes, of course, the chorus, ladies, yeah, don't you love the way we flirt?
Oh my god, that's a horrible chorus. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's how it was, though, remember?
Oh, no, now I do, yeah.
Not lying.
Dude, I must have recorded like 300 songs, probably.
Yeah, oh man. So many. And then there was the one, 3 beers and I'm good, remember, with you and Chris?
How'd that one go?
It's off. I'm horrible. Like it's like once I hear it and then it's in my head and it all clicks. It's like off the top. I was hoping you remembered because I know it's like once you listen to them, then it all comes together.
It flows
everything.
back, yeah.
Dude, we were listening to some of the old songs and we found a clip of when Bri had his English accent.
Oh my god.
Because our friend Bri went to England for like 2 weeks and came back and he thought he had an accent. And
fair enough.
Did he really think that?
Whoa. That's what he would always say. Right, Twan?
Fair enough. Yep.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Like that?
He would say it to his dad.
Did he say to be fair? All
No.
the time? To be fair.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough. And so his part, he had an actual verse he recorded with that accent. He said, "When I ride, it's gotta be right. It's gotta be enlightened and it's gotta be tight. Pick and choose like a little bird. Every single word I use, like when I eat my food," he said. He's a guy from Long Island.
He should embrace
You
his
just
own
inspired me. Gangsta, Highway to 9. Gangsta, Highway to 9.
That's me, okay?
You guys
It's like rolling. What is it?
Hold on.
Rolling down the south. You're like,
yeah,
man.
I'll help you out. So, I can't believe I even remember these lyrics. I wrote this when I was like 16. So it goes, Gangsta, Highway 89, cruising fast, speedometer high. Right. Driving worse than a Pentecostal preacher. Are we drunk or high?
No, neither. And then you say at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh man, how does the rest go? Because I, for some reason, I know Bry's verse is the easiest to remember because of the north side, south side. I mean, that will always stick in the head till I die.
So funny, yeah. I actually know Bry's verse best as well. Let's see if we can do it. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, you start once I get into the flow, I know it. So do you know the first line to it?
I think ride, ride, yo. Turn the side, yo. So hold on for your life.
If you know what's good,
put your hand out the window, shout out to the hood.
What's good? Oh, it's not shout out what's good.
Maybe it is. Yeah, it probably is. Big Bra is the coolest in FHS. I took calculus.
It's calculus. Can't pass the test with the ladies. He's at his best.
Why? Can't lie.
Because Brian's better. Oh no, I can't lie, right?
The rest. Yeah.
People up in North Freeport. You ain't getting a ride no more.
Why not?
But I didn't have my car. You didn't give me your ride. So now Big Brian only rides on the south side.
Chilling at the water's the best. South
side.
You haters can't. South side. You haters are out of luck. South side. Why? North side sucks.
That's why?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Dude, that's so funny. He wrote that rap.
The part where he hits a parked car.
Oh, that's Chris's part.
Oh, that's Chris. Okay, that's Chris.
Okay. I guess Chris, in his verse, he had some back and forth with Bri. You know what's funny? Maybe I'll put that whole song as our outro music.
Do it.
Oh, that's so
I should have done my research. I didn't know I would have to spit this off the top of the head because I guarantee you, even with your verse, if I would have listened to it like twice, it would have clicked right away.
Oh, me too, man. I mean, we used to play those songs all the time. Like, if you came into our cars, we were only playing us. Ever.
I know, because we were the best. Like, come on. Remember the Saturn, clipping curves,
That's why you love Saturn.
Listening to our music.
Yeah. My first car was a Saturn. Still, every time I see a Saturn, it's like, that's the one,
He acts like he sees a Corvette every time he sees a Saturn. He's like, whoa, look at that Saturn.
I mean, it's like similar, right? Corvette Saturn?
Yeah, sure.
I loved your green Saturn, man. That was a fun car.
Oh, yeah. That was a good time.
I wish that I got to meet that car.
Me too. That was, let's see. You were only 2 cars off that. Because I had the Saturn, the Buick I had.
The Buick, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, horrible car.
Yeah, that was the gray car, right? Yeah, it was a gray Buick.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It was like a grayish tan, like a champagne color. Then I had the beautiful blue Nissan Sentra that burned to a crisp on the LIE. And then the Kia.
Uh-huh.
No.
Oh, yeah, the Mercedes.
Audi.
The Benz, then the Kia.
Oh, the Benz.
The Audi.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Amy,
Audi's mine.
I drive that too, but I consider that more to be Amy's car. Fuck, man, that's crazy. Because when the Nissan burned to a crisp on the LIE, you saw it on the news.
Yeah, I remember that. And you said the state trooper was a real prick. He wouldn't even offer to help you guys.
Dude, it was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
What happened was this. First of all, Amy was upset, right? We knew one of the cops. So we kind of gravitated toward him. But then we wanted to just go home. But the cops wouldn't give us a ride home. There's 4 different cop cars there. They had to stay on the scene. So we're like, all right. So we'll start walking and get to a place where we can call a cab or a friend. So we started walking, and one of the cops pulls us over and says, "You can't walk on the highway."
About to ticket us for walking on the freeway when our car is burning to a crisp.
Yeah.
Yards behind us.
Yeah, so I was like, you guys just said that you won't drive us, so what should we do? He said, no, we won't drive you home, but we'll drive you to the corner. And I was like,
thanks.
All right, man, do that then,
I called
Make it snappy.
Called one of my weed dealers who I barely even knew.
Yeah.
Who was luckily enough around town and luckily enough nice enough to just scoop us up and take us home.
Yeah.
And that was it. But if that hadn't happened, we probably just would have Ubered home or whatever. But still, you shouldn't have to pay for a ride home when that just happened to us.
No.
But you know
not when your
what?
car's on fire on the side of the
what it
parkway.
Oh, let me
I'll never
just,
forget you told me, "Hey, you're on fire!"
Yep.
dude. Oh my god,
That's
so
the,
scary.
That's the hero of this story. And like, if I saw him again, I wouldn't recognize him, you know? But we could have been hurt if it wasn't for that guy.
Oh, horribly so.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So good for him, for real. But how's your kitty cat doing, Twan?
She's good. She's downstairs sleeping. It's she's blocked in for a 2 to 3 o'clock nap, and then
Beautiful.
she has another nap scheduled in for 3:30 to 4. But it's the
Nice.
third window in the front room. Right now she's sunbathing downstairs.
What a cutie. Was
Just
she
a
like
chart,
two, 2 or 3 now?
She is 2. Oh, hey
That's
Neil.
Neil. Oh, dude, last
Oh,
night,
he knows.
I gotta tell you something, dude. I had a horrible nightmare.
Uh-oh.
I had a nightmare that Odo fell in half.
What?
Yep, that his
Just like fell apart.
his top half and bottom half fell apart, and I like squished them back together and took him to the vet, and they're like, "You gotta put him down. He's in half." And it was just,
Why do you always have those
Oh my
weird
God.
dreams?
I have horrible dreams.
They're always so out there, too.
I'm a fucking TS. You know what I
Super
mean?
strange. What's that?
Tortured soul. Okay.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah.
I have bad dreams too, but these are depressing dreams. Like I have dreams that's like just we're back to normal and everybody's like everything's good. Like I had a dream the other day.
That's a nice dream.
No, but it's like, and then you wake up and you're like, oh shit.
That's
Oh
the
yeah.
case, yeah.
No, like I had a dream that me, you, and Chris went to Jeremy's like last week. I remember I had a dream one night and it was like nothing ever happened. The virus never happened. We were just chilling.
Yeah.
And then I wake up and I'm like, oh, I wake up and it's like, yeah,
Another
everything's
day
locked
of
down.
chilling at home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How? So, in your opinion, how long do you think this whole thing? Like, how long do you think until you feel safe personally, you guys?
Until Pat feels safe, like 2030.
No. Be real. Hold on. Do you think that that my fear is exaggerated?
No. It just makes me sad because, like, it makes me you don't make me sad, but the situation makes me sad because I know that it's like a long-standing thing.
Yeah. What I think is this. I think that if we keep up social distancing and keep up a semblance of lockdown where non-essential businesses stay closed, I think that we'll be able to have spikes of normality and then we'll go back on lockdown. However, I think that if we ease restrictions and just like resume normality in the next 2 months or so, that there's going to be an equally large spike of the virus in the fall, and that we're going to be then on lockdown until there's a workable vaccine.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was going to ask you. If there's a vaccine, you would get it, right?
Of course.
Oh, no question. Yeah.
Would you feel safe? Okay, so would you, after you get the vaccine, would you feel safer going out? I guess you would, knowing that it's an effective vaccine.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
100%. Yeah.
I know it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I wouldn't want to get the vaccine, but I would. Yeah. Like, I don't want anything in my body that isn't already there, except like
I know.
high caloric food, you know. But like, but we have to, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely. I remember when
I know it's
in high school, I got the HPV vaccine when it was like a new thing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And it was like, it's scary because it's like they're putting it into you, you know, and it hurts and stuff, but it's totally worth it. If I knew like they had like a vaccine and it worked,
yeah, I
would just like I would get it and then I would just start living my life normally again.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah, because it's gonna be nice when we can go out and not worry about it. Because like, I want to go walk around, and I could walk around the complex, and that's fine. But like, I want to go to parks, and these fucking joggers, they'll jog right past you with no distance, as if they think the faster I go, the safer you are, which isn't the case, you know?
Yeah. No, I know. And then when you go food shopping, are people all over you too?
They were, but I've since stopped going food shopping. We now order all our food here.
Really? You can get everything you need?
Yeah. If you go to Instacart, someone will just go food shopping for you. Yeah. Yeah. So,
but I guess your only thing you gotta get is like your medicine and stuff. You kind of have no choice to leave the house for, right?
We
Or
actually
not
get
even.
our medications delivered too now.
Yeah.
Really, the
Really?
only thing that Pat will leave the house for now is to just stay in the car and play Pokemon, or to go pick up Hoyt's food because it is from the vet.
Yeah, even at the
Okay.
vet though, like they don't let you in anymore. You go out to the vet and you park outside and call them, and they'll take your credit card number over the phone and then come out and drop the bag of food or medicine in front of your car, and then you just get it. So there's no contact whatsoever.
That's smart, yeah.
That's wow.
It's a crazy world, you know?
Crazy. I would have never thought, right? It's just the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too, I think.
Yeah,
It's just weird.
yeah, we're like in the middle of something that we would look back on in the history books and be like,
It's
God
gonna be
damn,
a
you know?
chapter in a textbook,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy too because now that I think about it, like back in January, like when I remember, I'll never forget, I took my almost 90-year-old grandma in the supermarket before this was like a pandemic.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, people were coughing, sneezing all over each other, no masks. This is back when the flu was running rampant. I'm thinking now, God forbid now, imagine you see somebody that's like coughing like that in the soup. They would be shunned. Like, this is crazy. Like even in like everywhere you go, like people are just coughing. They weren't covering. They'll go, oh, I have 102 fever. I'm still going to go out food shopping.
Oh
Let
my
me just
God,
cough
yeah.
over it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's why like the flu was horrible.
One of our favorite comedians, Theo Vaughn, he posted in March. He said, "Coughing is the new N-word." You know,
it's true, like every time you cough, everyone's like,
yeah. Imagine someone just
yeah.
coughing in public. That person is looked at like they're fucking insane.
when I when
know?
I first had to keep going to work in the very beginning of it, I've had a cough since I was like 15 years old. Just a steady tobacco cough.
Yeah.
And so like I'd go to work, a receptionist, completely healthy otherwise, but I coughed throughout the day.
Yeah.
And for those couple weeks, every time I coughed, I felt very bad about it because everyone around was scared. And like I get it, but it's just like it changed. Things have changed.
Yeah.
Definitely, things have changed.
Very much. But
I'm just worried when flu season starts because now you got coronavirus mixed with cold. Now it's like, say you have a simple cold in the winter, and it's like, crap, do I have a cold, or am I gonna die, or what's going on? You know, like that's.
Fuck yeah! I guess you don't know, because I mean there are symptoms that you don't have when you have the coronavirus versus when you have the flu. Like you don't really sneeze when you have the coronavirus.
That's true.
Yeah, it's coughing, but at the same time, like literally every time I have a tickle in my throat, I'm like, did I catch it? You know?
I know too. I sneezed this morning, and I was like, oh, okay, it was just one.
It's
I was like, okay, it was. I think because I drink my little detox immune drink, which has like cayenne pepper and black pepper and turmeric in it, and I think
yuck, ew, you know?
Oh, it's good. It's just lemon, water, turmeric, cayenne pepper. Above. But no, I know what you're saying. Every time I cough, I get worried now.
Yeah, man. But let's end on a positive note, because we
yes, of course.
We were gonna have two other guests come in after you, but one of them has a root canal and one of them has a really bad backache, so they're not gonna be here. But Twan, I want to have you on again, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Know? Dude, I feel like if we had a studio, it would be fun to have you like in every episode. You know, just man, I love you, dude. You're a beautiful man. You know, if you want to become Spanish, I'll believe you. Okay.
I think Greek is cool enough.
Yeah.
It's kind of badass.
The Greek freak.
Hell yeah.
Oh
like
yeah.
A Greek. Yeah, that's like one of those Greek gods. He's like.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
That's a thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Well, I mean, Pat, and I have to wish you a early birthday too, because you know we have the same birthday.
Oh, you too, man.
Heck
I mean,
yeah,
we
you
have
guys
the
are
same
twinsies.
birthday, May 24th.
Same
dude.
birthday.
It's a fun month this month because it's your mom and then you two right the day after.
Is it the first year that you're not going to be doing the party?
Has to be.
No, I didn't do it in 2000. When I was in Egypt, I didn't do it.
Okay.
2012, because I spent my birthday at the pyramids.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's a very good substitute.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, I want to do something when it's safe, you know,
Sure.
eventually,
Yeah.
whenever that is. But you know, I want to see, you know, the numbers go down, and once it's safe to do, you know, something.
Yeah. Eventually, people are
'Cause-
going to be throwing parties just for the sake of it.
Oh, 100%. I mean, probably right now, you know?
Well, right now it's kind of dumb, but like when it's actually over, I
Oh,
would,
when it's over,
I would
yeah.
attend a woohoo, it's over
Oh,
party.
I got you. I understand. But yeah, man, I feel like there's something special about your parties because, like, historically, there was a time when Chris and I weren't talking, right? And we rekindled our friendship and a little bit of our sexualities together, too, at your party.
You guys
And it made the
touched
podcast. It
tips?
made one of your first podcasts, remember?
Oh, that was the vlog, dude. Yeah.
The vlog, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was, and I was like, and I made a snap the next day. I was like, my party was so lit, it made the vlog. Like, I was so happy.
It was lit, yeah,
You guys
man.
were recording.
Dude, thank you for coming on again, man.
I love you both so much. I
Love you
appreciate
too,
it so
Twan.
I
You're
much.
the
love you
best.
too, dude.
Yes, and I will
Stay
see you
safe.
soon, Pat.
Yeah, you too, man.
And tell the cats I said hello.
Yeah, and tell you guys hello, too.
Beautiful.
Okay?
Cool.
I wonder how many people started snapping more and feeling so fucking cool after Infinity War, you know?
Probably not many.
You don't think so? You don't think that, like, anime nerds, right, who, like, Naruto run and stuff, like, go up to someone and just go like this and just wish that they fucking dissipate, you know?
I'll believe it when I see it.
There was a guy who bullied me in school once because I was at a table with him. And I'll say this, his name was Joseph. Okay? And he was interested in a girl named LaQuinda. And he, at our table, she was about to sit down near us and he asked her out and she said no. And I heard it and no one else did. And guess what happened? I told people about it. I did. I said, yo, Joseph asked out LaQuinda and she said no.
You're an asshole.
Well, Joseph wanted to beat me up for that.
I would too.
And one day he found me in the courtyard because I was hiding, okay? He found me and he mushed my face against the chain link fence.
Wow, you're that little kid that talks shit and then hides.
Fuck you, yo.
Fuck you, actually.
No.
You little mosquito ass bitch.
Whoa.
He's like, "Zzz, bye.
Wow. Fuck. I couldn't keep it to myself, you know?
All right.
So what I did once is, because I had no power, okay?
Yeah.
I was in my shower as a young 5th grader.
No power in the shower.
I had no power in the shower. I took some teepee in my flower white hand, okay? Right. Yeah, I took some
Paper ghost.
I took some doodle paper, okay? And I put it in my hand and I wet it with shower water and I mushed it until it was this big ball. And and I said, fuck you, Joseph. And I smashed the paper,
Like a voodoo ball.
yeah, clump on the shower.
Like a paper mache voodoo.
I remember it like splattered. Yeah. Yeah.
You're so weird.
You think so? Yeah. Oh, that's so fucking crazy. I remember that story.
Oh my God, the way you are.
Yeah, but LaQuinda was not into it, dude.
Then magically after you threw that soppy paper mache doodle paper ball, he just didn't want to beat you up anymore?
No, he did.
Oh.
But like it did come to it subsided a little after the face in the fence. You know, it was just tense for a while. It was tense with him, and it was tense with this one girl, Elizabeth. Because I'll be real, I didn't know that Elizabeth was Puerto Rican.
Okay.
So once she like started making fun of me for being white, she was like, "Oh, I talking about my red hair," and like said that like white boy, and I remember standing there so confused. I was like, but you're white too. You're white, and she says no, and I was like, what? You're white though. You're white. It would be years later that I figured it out.
That's so funny.
I was like, oh, her last name is Rodriguez. You know?
Yeah.
But all right, so what I want to do now is revisit an old friend of ours, an old villain. Okay, this is the Bagel Boss guy.
Oh God.
And two things about him: he has recorded many more videos. He has a compilation out, and he has his own YouTube channel, and he is trying to be a stand-up comedian. So let's react to a few of his videos and just see how he's doing these days.
Oh my god. I feel like he doesn't even deserve the views
That we're gonna give him?
that anyone gives him, but yeah.
1 minute, folks. I got something to say. 1 minute.
Smoking a bowl.
First of all, for sure doesn't smoke on the regs. Look at his face and how high he is. This is how I would look
I
if I
wish I
smoked.
got that high.
Okay. So you all know who I am by now. Chris the Bagel Boss. Love all of you, my fans.
Is he smoking in his car like a fucking teenager?
Yes.
It's not legal here yet, you know?
You know what? Also, fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How many views does this have?
This has 67,000 views.
Wow.
I'm not going to mention any names, but I was recently interested in somebody.
Oh my god.
And,
Oh my god.
You would think that that person would feel very, very lucky.
No.
Oh, dude.
I wouldn't think that.
You would think that they
You
would
know,
feel
he
very
could
lucky.
be a comedian because that's fucking hilarious.
He couldn't be more.
Look at his fucking dad outfit. That looks like something my dad wore, like, literally every day.
All right, so you can't see below the wheel, so you don't know what his shorts are.
They're cargo shorts.
They're cargo shorts.
Obviously,
no
and
fucking doubt.
flip-flops.
Yeah, there's no doubt in the world.
Yeah.
He wears nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, you would think that they'd feel lucky. Like he really thinks that he's a celebrity.
Oh my god.
And, you know, all women, they say, you know, they want a nice guy. Well, here I was.
Nope.
But I literally turned down a lot of situations where I basically could have had it, and I turned it down for this one person, and she threw it away. And I kind of felt let on, and this is why things like this all my life.
No, his eyes are that red actually because he's been crying. And he used the bowl to cover it up.
Yeah, he is in his car, right? He's listening to Adele's "Someone Like You," and he's crying.
Yeah.
Also, here's a tip about guys, right? Every guy who ever says they turned down so much to be with one girl, nope, that's never true.
And it's closer to being true, like, if you're actually attractive,
Yeah,
if anything.
yeah. This reminds me of being in 7th grade. He's like a 7th grader, because what would happen is, right, I was with my friends Kevin and Kareem, and what we would do is we had this index card, and in math we passed around an index card and share stories about our sex lives as 12-year-olds. And Kareem would write, I met up with my girl in front of the school after school was out, and we fucked in the bushes. You know?
Absolute liars.
Yeah, and then Kevin would add, "Oh shit, that's what's up."
Quick response to that one.
What happened with me is this girl that I met at camp a few years back. I went to her house in Mulhaven, and we fucked on the couch. And then I got the card, okay? And I would write, and this is a real true story.
Okay.
I'll write, I met 2 girls named Samantha and Lee in the Charmander 31 chat.
Oh my god.
They live in Limbrook. I went to their house, and the 3 of us skinny dipped, and that's where I'll end the story, I said.
Oh, you left it to the imagination, didn't you?
Yep.
Always been a writer.
And everyone knew about Samantha and Lee from the Charmander 31 chat.
Oh.
My friend Franz, who I've seen recently, not pre-pandemic, but he knew about it, and he thought it was true. One time, it was the first time I was saying their names aloud to him. I was like, yo, you want to know what's up with Samantha and Lee? And guess how I spell her name when I'm writing it out?
L-E-E?
Nope.
L-I?
Nope.
How?
Leah.
Oh.
And he said, Samantha and who? And I said, Samantha and Lee. And he says, oh, Leah, who you always write about on the cards. I said, yeah, Lee is just for short. I thought Lee is how you say Leah.
Oh my my god.
I saw it in a book. And I never said it out loud.
You're like, oh yeah, that's my pet name for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So this reminds me of being in 7th grade. This guy.
Because he's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Go on.
Has led me to this video. So I'm going to put it right out to you. I'm about to go out fishing. But now that I'm famous, I'm going to be obviously rich. And once again,
Obviously.
How is this guy, and not a poor man's, he's the poor version of Trump.
How can you mistake going viral for being an ass in a bagel store for being famous? They don't coincide.
So crazy that
Scarlett Johansson is famous. You went viral for freaking out in a bagel store.
He said he's obviously going to be rich.
Obviously.
He is like a impoverished Trump. He really is.
Yeah.
He's much like him.
It's very similar in his demeanor.
how I work is I try to be nice to a girl, then they somehow screw me over in some way or another.
Is that how it works?
I just show one of my promoters all the text, so I try to be nice. And so now I'm going to bluntly put it to you, I want to fuck. So here's the deal. Hit me up on my Instagram, Chris Bagel Boss Morgan.
Oh!
What? This whole thing is an ad for pussy?
Yo, I'll tell you this. When I was picking
Can we
the video...
please read the comments?
Oh, for sure. When I was picking this video, okay?
Wants to.
I watched the first 10 seconds. I was like, oh, this is the one. I did not know it goes there. Hold on.
Wow.
I'm
what a desperate piece of shit.
I'm telling you this. We're clipping that. That's a sound clip now.
That's insane.
And so now I'm going to bluntly put it to you, I want to fuck.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
Could you make any more embarrassing?
Now, this is what's going to happen, okay? say
Jesus Christ.
say we're going to bed, okay? And you're starting to feel tired.
I'm going to put it bluntly this way, okay?
So I try to be nice. And so now I'm...
Okay, so this is you in bed. You know, I'm starting to feel it. Mm-hmm. And I just tap you on the shoulder.
I'm going to bluntly put it to you, I want to fuck.
Can you fucking believe this?
The way he says it is so harsh.
Hit me up on my Instagram, Chris Bagel Boss Morgan. I'm going to be getting on a fishing boat. It's July 19th, correct?
It's so high slurring, you know?
19th. It's 9:15. I'm going to be getting on the boat fishing. I'm going to be back in about 4 or 5 hours. Make sure you say that you're from Long Island and preferably Suffolk County, because that's the area I'm in.
Does he want to get murdered?
And I want you to note to my promoter, say whether or not you're interested. I tried being a nice guy over and over, and all I do is get my mind played with. So, ladies, I do apologize. I'm tired, and I'm tired of getting my heart broken. So I'm pissed. I want to fuck. So any girl wants to get down, party, smoke weed tonight, and fuck my brains out, and I goddamn mean it. Get in touch with my promoter. He'll give you his cell phone number. Make sure you say if you're from Long Island, preferably Suffolk County.
Not a promoter. That's not a promoter's job. That's not a promoter.
Pimp's job.
And let's have fun. Let's have the time of our lives. Because you never know when you're going to go. And I'm putting that out.
We'll go to my mom's house in Suffolk County. I live in the basement there.
Yeah.
She'll make us a nice pot roast. Smoke some weed. We'll have the time of your life.
Exactly.
Am I wrong? What the fuck? Act like you don't fucking live in a middle-class fucking white picket fence house with your parents in Long Island, Suffolk County. You fucking incel.
Fucking unbelievable.
God, I hope I never run into that motherfucker.
I hope we do, though, you know? Oh, by the way, he is for sure a Setauket Patriot. You fucking know it.
Oh, he probably fucking made the group.
Yeah. We have some comments here. Alex comments, the end is nice, God bless. Yeah, the end of the previous clip, that is. This one, not so much, you know? Patrick Kennedy says, ha, that was fucking hilarious, Amy.
What did I say?
Lynn Santos is crying laughing. Patrick says you married him. What did I say?
Yeah.
You know. Patrick
probably
says
something about your weird voodoo in high school.
Oh yeah, that's right. About
yeah.
when you said I was weird. Yeah. All right. Fuck, that is so crazy. Now, this next video.
Fuck.
That's the new sound clip for sure.
Jesus Christ.
Now
it like hurts every time I hear it. It's like, ow.
It's harsh.
Ow.
It's real harsh.
Fuck. Ow.
Here is him, and we can't do the whole clip.
Okay.
Because it's not good. Okay?
This is his debut?
This is
what made him famous?
The Bagel Boss man. No. This is something else.
Okay.
This is him doing his first ever stand-up comedy set.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, we could go see this.
Imagine.
Out of quarantine, of course, but like it's
Fucking
so close to us. It's probably where I've done a fucking open mic before. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why does he look like he's in a tiny little box?
Here you go. Watch, this is actually just his basement, you know?
He is 4'10".
Also wearing face paint.
Is he in blackface?
Oh, it's a mask. Wait, no. What?
Is he 4 feet tall?
First of all, I thought he was wearing face paint. No, he's wearing a mask with face paint under it.
Is there face paint on there?
Yeah, check it out. There's like a stripe on his face.
No, that's just the lighting. Oh, no.
When I didn't get arrested, got handcuffed. These two stupid bastards in blue with the shields that think they're all that. And
I can't get over how small he is.
There to the hospital. I thought I was going to the precinct. Thank God I never got a ticket. And I'll tell you guys, if you were a fly in the wall in that car, from the marina to the hospital, it was hysterical. Because the whole time I did nothing but rip the shit out of those assholes. Okay? Because they were being phonies. They thought the whole thing was hilarious to them. It was a joke. And I was just ripping the shit out of them. Well, why didn't you arrest this guy first? He hit me. They didn't have any answer. And I'm looking at them and I'm going, hey, you two, I'm making you two look like stupid fucking assholes. Ain't I? And I'm like, you're not very professional. And they look at each other and they're like, oh, we're not professional. I says, no. In fact, you're both fucking pathetic. And I hate your fucking guts.
I really want to know his actual height. I can't get over it.
What I want to know.
That's not funny. That's just him being angry on a stage.
He's not. There's no jokes.
No jokes at all.
I want to be in that room and look at the people because I have
laughing?
to believe that they're laughing because it's just so cringe.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he's not the only person like this. So, especially not around here.
But I mean, this is objectively not funny. Though,
No.
You know? Like the other clip that he did was funny when he was being serious.
Yeah.
That's what is so. It's actually horrifying that someone could be so unaware of themselves that when they're serious, they're funny. When they're trying to be funny,
Yeah.
it's sad.
The reaction they get that they're serious makes them think that they are funny and that they can
Right.
bank on it. And then they try to be funny and it's just fucking horrible.
That's sad. And that watching him do this is just this is like my nightmare to be this way. To be where when you try to be funny, it's the worst, and when you're being dead fucking ass is when you're funny.
But he's gonna leave thinking like, oh yeah, I did a great job.
He's gonna think, I killed.
Yeah.
You know? Meanwhile, this is what it is to bomb.
Yeah.
Cops like that. They didn't do a fucking thing. It was the most hysterical thing. But a part of this too is I've noticed that on the way to the hospital, we got to deal with red light cameras. Oh God. And the way people drive. So let me get into the red light cameras and my opinion on them. Now, I have relatives in Texas. They voted those out. I don't know if you guys know, but they don't exist in Texas. But here we keep getting fucked with these cameras. You know, it's expensive enough to live here.
The guy videotaping is his friend.
I would love to just round up a shitload of people. Just fucking niggas in my way. me so far. Anyway.
I can't do it anymore.
No, it's really unpleasant to watch.
It's just horrible.
Totally. There's
Man.
not even anything entertaining about how bad he is.
It's just horrible. Fuck, dude.
So, to sum it up, he's not doing very well.
He's gonna be rich though. Don't you remember? He's gonna be
with
rich.
the ladies or with his career.
Oh, he's gonna be rich. He wants to fuck.
Go to the comments on that one.
Yeah, good
The
plan.
I want to fuck one. Because that's so funny, dude.
Read the first one. Read the first one, please.
I think your problem with women is that they're really not interested in all the small talk.
Oh, this next one. Hold on. Lights bowl. Breathes in smoke. Blows smoke out of mouth. Inhales air. Finally exhales.
Like you said, he doesn't smoke.
My God. Now that I'm famous, I'm going to be obviously rich. Bro.
God, I want to see him reading these comments because he's such a fucking tool.
Oh my God, dude. This is... It's too good. It's too fucking good. Patrick J. Kennedy comments, can Bagel Boss sue him for using their name? Maybe. I don't know. He's slightly shorter than Danzig. I don't know who Danzig is, I don't think.
I feel like it's an actor's name.
Lynn Sando's trying to be the next Lewis Black with his angry shtick. Nah. Yeah, he's not funny, dude, is the problem. You know, like, there can be... If he was doing a character, right, and there was humor infused in the anger, right? Like, all right, so...
Like, sometimes, yeah, being cynical is funny and stuff. You're like that. We're both like that. We have a similar sense of humor.
Do you think I'm cynical?
I think we both kind of are.
What... I feel like I maybe am. I don't want to be, though. What am I cynical about, do you think?
No, I don't think it's hard. I don't think it's as much cynical as it is, like, dry. Like, we like to, like, make fun of people and, like, make fun of each other, even though it's not in a malicious way. We just have, like, the same sense of humor in that sense.
It's just go banter.
Go banter, yeah.
It's go banter. Okay? Now, here, I'm going to put in the interview with Shannon and the Haltons, where we'll... just cover some topics, and then I'll be back, and I'll talk about how I punched my good friend Brian in the face. Okay? Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Hi, Shannon.
Hi, you're going to hear a lot of dog toenails tip-tapping around.
It's a madhouse in there, huh?
Yes.
Wait, is it okay that your avatar has your real last name?
No.
Okay, so you're gonna want to change that one. Yeah.
Okay, so what do I do?
All right, are you on your phone or on the computer?
The computer.
All right, so you see where it says zoom.us? Or like a preferences button?
Hold on, wait, let me check this. I see rename.
Yeah, do that. Yeah. Do that.
Okay. There we go.
Perfect.
Whoa.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right, so we start over?
Either start over or I'll blur it,
All right, yeah, whatever.
So listen. Just let me give a little bit of an intro, okay? Welcome, Shannon. It's been a while. Welcome, Shannon, to this tile. We've made a bathroom or a kitchenette of the space between podcasts and our listeners' chests.
That doesn't make sense.
Space between.
Literally none of that made any sense.
Whoa! Yeah. I feel like this is an attack, though,
I feel like Pat's been trying to do a lot of freestyle lately on the podcast. He just uses the podcast basically as, like, a showcase of his many talents.
Yeah, you might want to start, like, prepping these ahead of time.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so much better when I don't, though,
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you think that.
Well, hold on. All right, everyone, stop piling on me. Listen, we're here to welcome back Shannon Lee to the podcast. Shannon Lee was, has hosted since then, a few episodes, but we started this all together. You know, we ended up just for the ease of it, just doing the episodes weekly ourselves, me and Amy. But it started with me, Shannon Lee, Amy, last of all Amy, and Ryan Fassett. Ryan was on a little bit earlier in this episode, back when I was wearing a t-shirt, and now I'm wearing this beautiful long sleeve shirt.
It's funny because both of us look different. You were in a different shirt, and I had my hair down and didn't have a sweater on, so it's like a whole new episode.
Oh yeah.
Hi, welcome.
Hello everyone. Hello Shannon.
Shannon, so you can see us?
Yes, I can
Okay,
see you guys.
just making
so
sure,
you're
'cause
good.
sometimes-
Amy, your hair is so long.
I know, because I can't get out and get a haircut. I would like
I
it.
like it though. I like it up like that.
Thank you. I would like it to grow so much faster because I want to see what it looks like halfway down my back, but I doubt I'll be able to wait that long unless I'm like quarantining that long, which could be the case. So we'll see.
Yeah, you're
We'll
probably
see.
gonna get impulsive.
Yeah.
Be like,
I do have like a buzzer here, so I might just one day.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's so short though. Like my facial hair right now.
It would be that length.
This is after I buzzed this on Sunday, so and this grew back, so it was much shorter than this too.
Word. Yeah.
Imagine you pretty much bald.
I would use it if there were different levels, but yeah, ours we only have like 2 levels. It's like super short or super fucking short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
It's very
Well, I
weird
do.
on me.
I have like at least 2 friends, maybe more, that already did shave their heads.
Nice,
So,
yeah.
I've been thinking about it myself.
yeah.
It's the thing to do if you're feeling like you need a change and you can't do anything else.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
My thing is that, like, Amy, you have a nice shaped head. Like your skull, right? The back of it kind of comes out a little bit, like you would expect a skull to.
I'm used to having short hair. That's the thing, yeah.
My shit doesn't do that. So
Skull compliments.
yeah, I have a big circular head, but the back of it's flat. So I feel like I couldn't really pull it off.
Oh, I actually made something out of clay that, when you described your head,
Yeah.
made me want to pull it out.
Pull it out.
Did Amy ever make the clay piece to the broken cat?
Oh, whoa. That is
How
actually.
I'm calling Amy out.
Actually, the cat is in the hospital right now, Shannon. Don't talk about it.
Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
It was good because Pat wasn't noticing that it's not where it usually is, because I was like, damn, he's probably going to look over there. But Pat will be reunited with the cat on his birthday. But it's in the hospital right now.
Aww. Which
This
is
is
coming
your
up.
Whoa.
Wait, what am I looking at?
Yeah, put it close to the camera.
What? Is that dice?
Yeah.
I
yeah,
made a
screenshot.
cute die
Oh my
out
God.
of clay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Look.
small.
Would
So
you
cute.
look at that?
I just haven't cooked it yet, so I need to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's cook it today.
Yes.
So Shannon, it's been quite a while since we've had you on the podcast. Since we first started, we've implemented a new feature. We have a soundboard.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I'm sure she's there.
I watched the podcast. I know all about it.
Oh yeah.
It's very, actually, you're choosing quite a few like Long Island specific ones, like Bagel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's another one that's like specific Long Island.
Oh yeah. What I want you to do, right? I'm gonna play each sound. I want you to rate it from 1 to 10. Okay.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Our first sound clip. This is a situation where like someone has pissed us off, and we play this sound clip.
So that one's my favorite. That one's like a 10 for me.
Oh yeah.
Starting off strong.
Yes.
Starting off strong. That
Yes.
actually woke Neil up from his nap over here.
Good morning, puppy.
His head said,
Aw.
Yeah.
"You can kiss my whole asshole."
Yeah. Let's put him on. Let's put him on. Hi, Papa.
Sorry to disturb you, Neil.
All right.
I
So.
love you.
Oh yeah, he's such a big, beautiful boy. Oh yeah, he's a BBB, you know. Here comes the next clip. This is for when things get a little bit sexual.
Oh my god.
Just big old TITTS.
I don't know how you come up with that one.
That one, that one is bold. It's
Yeah.
bold.
What I like is that he uses 3 T's. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that one. That one's like a 6 or 7 for me.
Okay, hey, that's still pretty good. Now this is a bit of a non sequitur. You know, it's one that we have rare use for it. You know, But
he just is like, I need this.
yeah, it's to me, it's just so good. This one is like for when I want to leave a conversation or change a topic.
Okay.
Hold on, I got a fact, y'all. Listen, hold on.
No, I hate it.
This is why Shannon is such a good editor
Yeah.
and friend.
Yeah.
Because
but
that
Pat,
didn't take a
one
second.
Is you. That one is you.
I mean,
you literally
can't
leave
deny
a
it.
room and say that.
Yeah.
That really could have been. I could have said that.
That sounds like a recording of you.
Yeah. All right, so
And you should be proud of yourself.
I am.
Okay, good.
This one might just be your intro. Hold on. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that isn't the soundboard.
That
Okay.
one's bullshit. That's a 2.
Now here's what. Shut up. Here's here's what comes up when like Amy, right, starts talking about a woman and she lingers on the topic a little too long, a little longer than expected.
Doesn't that make you gay?
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, yeah.
That
like
one
a
slides in very like naturally to a lot of the I guess I'm super gay.
Yeah, and we have
No,
a
and
variant.
other ones too, like yeah.
And we have a variant too, because this comes from a conversation between, I think it was in Africa. It was on the news. It was a clueless interviewer interviewing a lesbian. And here is the second clip from that.
Yeah.
Why are you gay?
So it went from doesn't that make you to then why?
Yeah. It's like that one would be we would use that to build, right? Like say, doesn't that make you gay if she starts talking about it, and then if she starts going on and on and on as my wife does, why we would bring it up? Yeah.
I dropped that one.
Okay. All right. Here is
So it's a -1.
-1 for that one. Here is great example. We're about to have Smiley Chris come on, and he may bring up some alternate facts about the coronavirus, right? He might have some incorrect things to say about it, and he would say something to the effect of, "Oh, a lot of scientists agree with me," and then I would go,
Where they at, though?
Oh yeah, that's good.
yeah.
That slid into that easy.
Yeah.
That's a
It has
very
to be the right
used
topic, but yeah, that one's good.
And out of 10 for that one.
Yes.
Wait, you said that's a yes out of 10?
No, I thought you said is it a 10?
Oh, it's a 10.
That's a 10.
Gotcha.
It's a 10.
All right, now we have 3 new ones, okay?
I don't recognize this next one.
This is kind of like just the way that you would start a casual conversation.
Oh.
Look, Pat, look, here's the deal.
Okay, I saw this episode
Yeah.
of your podcast.
Oh my god.
I hate this one. I know you got like a kick out of it, Pat, but
Yeah.
I was just like, what is this interview? Like he seriously said that. He must have meant to say, this is Joe Biden, but he must have meant to say Jack, and it just
That
came
was
out
my
Jack.
first guess.
Well,
Or he just really went off the rails and didn't know what to do. I just don't know.
if it didn't have the part where when he first starts talking, he makes a few allusions to the guy being fat, right? He first says we could run, we could do push-ups, which seems very random if he's not calling him fat,
Yeah.
But that one's a 0, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So far, we have mostly 10s, 2 zeros, and a
negative
6.
1.
Oh, and a -1. Now here we have this is a situation where one of us, probably Amy, is so angry. Okay.
I want to give a punch to Ed.
Okay. I know exactly who this is.
Oh yeah, you do.
90 Day Fiance.
Yep.
And Rose, right?
Yeah.
Rose,
Exactly. Yeah.
No neck Ed.
Yeah.
But what is she saying here? What is this?
Can you please explain the situation briefly?
I will. So what happened is this, and we reacted to this on the podcast before we incorporated this into the soundboard. But Ed is presenting her with gifts. Okay, he turns his body and he gets her lingerie, and At first,
the teddies. He calls them the teddies.
Oh my
yeah. And then he's like, and here's a gift that's a bit less romantic. And he brings out mouthwash, toothpaste, and a toothbrush. And he says to her,
her breath is stanky.
right. So she tells him that she has an ulcer, and that's why, and he didn't know. And then it cuts to her interview, and she's so insulted, she says, and that she, the whole situation makes her want to give a punch to Ed.
That's what she's saying there?
Yeah.
I want to give it.
Yeah, I'm going to do it one more time.
Are you?
I'm going to try to do it one more time.
I want to give a punch to Ed.
Oh, shit. Yeah, she's like, I'm going to punch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like one of those cryptic messages where you're like, what the fuck is it saying? And then as soon as you know what it is, you hear it so clearly.
Yeah, it's like that one you would have to have seen the video or have seen us talking about the video.
Right.
Yeah, like you wouldn't be able to use that like normally. Because like you can't understand her accent is like so heavy.
Yeah.
But I am obsessed with 90 Day Fiance.
Yes.
It's so good.
Me too.
Out of control. And Amy, I too, have been watching a lot of trash TV.
Yes.
Haven't watched Love Island, but
what have you been watching?
Love Island is so good. Fuck. Ugh.
Pat loves it.
But does Pat really?
Dude, first he hated it.
Making fun of it.
Oh, I hated it. At first, I literally woke up to her watching it, and I said, "Really, what the fuck are you watching?"
He called it he called it the British Jersey Shore.
That's what it seemed like. But then, what got me in was that usually on these reality shows, the guys and the girls are so competitive with one another. But I saw like more affection and touching between the guys than I've seen in any other reality show. It seemed
so weird. Maybe it's because they're British. Like it's not.
That's what we're thinking.
They're
Well,
not like American group.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be British because we tried to watch the Australian version.
I like the American one though.
But they're cutthroat in the Australian version.
The cutthroat one, the Australian one's not as good. And I will say, it really does depend on the season. Like it started in Britain, so like all 6 of the British ones are on Hulu, and like season 1 through 3 is like almost like darker in a sense. Like they after season 3 they actually cut the amount of alcohol that was allowed on the show. They cut smoking allowance on the show, so it's not shown at all after season 3, and there's like a very specific section for it, like one person at a time only, because of like people would come out of that show like mentally fucked up and need like severe therapy, and there was a couple of like suicides that came out of it.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
And everything. So after that they really buckled down, and I feel like season 4, 5, and 6 has much more of like a summer camp vibe, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Whereas the other one has more of like, I don't know, it's just grittier, you know?
Yeah, and at first, like, the first 3 or so weeks, I would say, or about halfway through the season, that's when they're still getting to know one another.
People are filtering in and out of the place.
Yeah, halfway through toward the end is when the real bonds are formed. But we only have a few minutes left, so I want to get to these last 2 sound clips, okay?
Gotcha.
Okay.
You're not God or my father or my boss.
You know that one.
That's a 10. That's Bagel Man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that episode, we just hit gold because we reacted to that the day that it came out. We had a podcast, we put it out.
Sure.
It's one of our most watched podcasts of all time. And it's here, you know?
I know. I can't believe it, but I can.
Goldmine. And lastly, this also is kind of random, but it's just like, you know, if you don't know when to end an episode, but you feel it's time to wrap up, just...
And I'm even erect right now. And I don't know if there's any better way to end an episode.
That one just makes me uncomfortable.
What the hell is that? What is that?
That's the same guy as...
Just big old TITTS.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How come the 2 Theo Von ones that you have are like so vulgar when he's like such a sweet, nice guy, when you could have different ones of him?
I'll have different ones. But...
Because you make him sound like a prevert.
He's not one of them.
You know?
She's right. I would have thought. I would have thought that.
Yeah, I guess we haven't been really representing Theo to
Don't say we.
to our best capability.
Yeah,
you
don't
know?
say we.
I feel like you and I have to do better.
Theo, I got your back.
Find the
You hear
most
that?
wholesome thing that he's ever said and make that your next soundboard clip.
I should, because the thing about Theo is that it's hard to find an emotional clip that you could just make into a sound. Because usually, if you're getting honest, and you look good right now. Fuck, Amy.
Thank you.
I just started to look at you. You know.
Thank you.
What was I even talking about?
Realize you're my wife.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I was like,
just kidding.
Damn me. But all right, so before we let you go, just do you have any messages to share with the audience? This is our 100th episode. You were there since the beginning. You're here with our 100th. You're the editor-in-chief of Space Between Entertainment. You've edited every comic that we've done. You're Shannon Lee. Hello.
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me on and for working with you with everything we work on. And I mean, happy 100th episode. I'm
Hell
super
yeah.
guys for keeping up with it. Like we said, I know in the beginning it was tough. Like me and Ryan were like distanced away from you guys, but the fact that you kept it up and you didn't stop doing the videos is amazing to me.
Thank you so much. I mean, yeah, it's been something that at first when we were doing it, it was easier to do because we would just use the one angle. But now we do guests and we do the two angles, so it has become a bit of work. But it's something that I look forward to. You know, it's a weekly release. And
especially during this time where there's not much to do, the fact that you guys have had guests on,
Yeah.
I've watched every one of those. They're super entertaining.
Oh, thank you.
Makes you feel less lonely and connected to other people.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good to hear.
Thank you for being part of this.
No problem. Thank you guys.
For sure.
Love you. Can't wait to see you again.
Love you.
Love you too.
Have a good night.
Day.
When I say, all right, for those who are listening, I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep this little mid part in, but every night when I go to feed the cats, I say, all right, time to go feed the cats, you know? Do you know that I'm saying feed?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you aren't a fucking pervert, okay?
No, I know what you're saying, True.
Okay. Because I would never feed the cats. It's just my duty as a cat owner to feed the shit out of the cats, okay? I want to these cats to live satisfied, okay?
Stop.
A long time ago in a land far away. I wasn't too far, just right down the way. Past patio, we had a studio. Your show wasn't much, but we busted, yo. I remember the songs, how we all.
Yeah, Brad, maybe right here.
All came together, man.
Oh, is it too shadowy?
No.
With the sun going on?
No, it's perfect. And plus we have two angles on you guys now.
Ah, cool.
Oh yeah. So listen,
Now it looks like there's 4 of you.
a long time ago, in a land far away, it wasn't that far, just right down the way. Okay?
The way.
In my patio,
patio.
we had a studio. It sure wasn't much, but we blessed it, yo.
Yo.
That's cute.
So how you guys doing?
It's cool. We're doing all right. Hanging in there. Crazy times, though, man. Crazy times.
Yeah, we were talking to Twan earlier.
Making a lot of friends online now.
Oh yeah, dude, exactly. Yeah, we talked to Twan, and it's like we're living through history right now. It's like this is what we would read about in the history books, and just be like, "Damn, that was a crazy time." But now it's our time.
What was that?
But now it's our time to be in the crazy time.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, yeah. But I always knew like times like this were coming, but I thought we had many, many years from now before.
This is
all
the
the lockdowns
sort of times
and all
when the
that.
conspiracy theorist was right. He was talking about this, early January, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
one of the few times.
Oh, yeah, one of the few times, right? Yeah, it's interesting living through this. I'm glad that you're both okay. You know, it's I Just what I worry about, you know, I know that Chris, some of your proclivities go against, you know, following government, you know, but so I just hope that you're safe. You know, I'm glad to see you breathing that good old O2. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Still alive.
Yeah.
Still surviving.
Yeah, thank God he's safe. He's not into wearing a mask right now, but
Well, you know, I've been helping out 2 cousins and stuff, and I gotta wear the mask there.
Yeah.
I always have a bandana. I look like a blood. I'm always rocking a bandana when I'm out in public, but you know, I don't always wear it on my face.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I got alternative beliefs about all this stuff. It's
Oh, I
crazy.
bet, dude. I bet. Brian, this is your first time on our podcast. I've always wanted to do a full episode with you.
They've been trying to get there for a while.
Well, yeah.
what was that?
Yeah, they want to do a full interview with you in the future.
Yeah,
All right, sounds good. Sounds good, man.
Yeah, because this is our 100th episode. You know, we're just doing these 5 to 10 minute spots with previous guests and all our friends and stuff. And
Congratulations!
Thanks, man.
Congrats.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's a big number.
Thank you guys for being an inspiration for us. You know, we're still trying to turn them out every once in a while too. You know, we got to get consistent. You know, you were right about keeping it consistent.
Yeah,
You
it's
fall off,
easy.
and then you know, keep doing it.
No, it's so not easy because it's like right before we do it. Sometimes, honestly, I don't want to do it, and sometimes it shows in the episode. Sometimes it doesn't, and I mean, the same is true for you. You know, I always make sure to have Amy have a fresh cup of coffee before every episode. You know, I'm just like, you know, get her primed and ready. Okay.
I feel like
get you perked up a little bit.
I feel like I'm one of those.
Yeah, I
like,
usually have Turbo Force, but I'm all out now. I'm out of my Turbo Force.
oh, really? You have to get more coffee?
Alex
No,
Jones
it's
juice.
Turbo Force. It's it's like an energy drink type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Get you
okay.
through.
Yeah.
Oy.
Look that up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yo,
How you been? Guys? Good? Holding up good?
Yeah.
Yeah, just staying home.
Little stir crazy maybe?
A little bit, but not too much. My job is closed, but we're still working from home, writing.
Yeah.
Pat is still working from home, and we do take walks around the apartment complex and stuff like that. We have gone to visit his mom just to sit like 6 feet away from her in the yard and hang out with her for a little bit. We're going to do that again for her birthday.
Yeah.
And just doing the best we can. Luckily, we get along really well, so it hasn't been a problem to be having so much time together. It doesn't even seem like that much more time together, because after work, I would just come home and hang here anyways.
Yeah, I mean, I see the same amount. Anyway,
you think so?
you know, well, because
I feel like too, because I take a nap every day, and you go
Right.
out and play Pokemon.
Yeah.
So it evens out.
Yeah.
I'm lazy as hell, so I'll nap from like 2 to 4 every day like a cat, and that just I use it to like take a chunk of the day, and then
yeah.
because there's nothing much else to do out there. But
I mean, what we have been doing is I was going through your YouTube, Bri, and we were listening to some of the old songs.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, man.
Tonight, the episode that me and Brian are gonna be working on tonight, we're gonna be mostly doing songs and like karaoke and stuff. We'll be doing our original songs.
Good.
Hell
And
yeah.
like karaoke.
that sounds
You know,
fun.
we're gonna try to have a COVID lockdown fun one or something instead of just all the negative, crazy conspiracy news all the time.
Definitely. I mean, just
lightheartedness.
Yeah, try to stay positive for at least this episode.
Yeah, I mean, switch
Yeah,
it up
Amy,
too.
you've been really good.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, because listen, you guys have so many stories that you can tell. You know, funny stories from the past. Like, I was listening to We're Back 3, and I was like, oh yeah, Bri went to England and came back with an English accent for a little while. You know, Chris, you traveled Europe and like had a few girls that you fell in love with, like Tanya and stuff. You know, you were kicked off stage at a little show before cancel culture wasn't even a thing. You know, you have so many stories that you guys could share.
Bootleg records.
Oh yeah, it's good times, man. It's good times.
Yeah, the best, man. Best of times. And guess what? I got good news. I found the tape that says Scary Movie on it.
No
in the
fucking
ball.
way. Really?
Yeah, I found the tape, but I don't have the tape to play it in, so I ordered it from Amazon.
Oh yeah, man. Yo, you know what?
And it looks a little beat up, the tape. So I'm fingers crossed it'll be working, and I'll try to like get it transferred to digital as soon as possible. So
My
we can all watch
dude,
it.
that would be the best.
If it works, it's a little raggedy. It's missing like the cover part, but hopefully it'll work out.
Yeah, because
by the way, Amy, have you heard of Quarantine Karaoke? Quarantine Karaoke. It's a Facebook group.
I haven't heard of the Facebook group. I'm going to go join it because I just know of the hashtag. I've seen the hashtag, but I didn't know it was an actual group.
No, it's definitely a legit actual group. There's some great musicians on there.
Aww.
You know, people from Broadway that are not doing anything and, they're just trying to get tipped.
I love that.
But I just recently joined the community and it's really cool. It's really...
that's why you've been singing so much lately?
Well, part of it was that, and then part of it was
new lady friend, maybe.
Yeah, lady friend got me up a little bit.
Someone to serenade.
Calm down.
Yeah, no, it was just a week ago too. But,
cool. I'm
I know
definitely
her whole
going to join
church
that group.
community now.
That's fun, man. Yeah, you should look into that.
No, definitely check it out.
Definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, we have to go in a second, but I do want to just point out this. It's so fun now to look back at the old music because I went through this time in my life where I was a bit too close to the music because we'd done like maybe 5 years before this time, and I was trying to find my voice as a writer and get out into the world. So I remember when Bryce started to post the videos to YouTube, I had a problem with it. But now I look back at those and I cherish those, and I just want to highlight.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's good times. I want to highlight two verses, one from Bry and one from Chris. Two of my favorites, and then we gotta get going, okay? Bry's goes like this, and Twan and I were rapping it before, so this is the second time it's been on this episode. But here it goes. Big Bry is the coolest in FHS. Took calculus and passed the test. When with the ladies, he's at his best. I can't lie, Bry's better than the rest. Hey, that's good stuff, man. And then Chris, please remind me what song this is from because I've been wondering this. But it goes, I'm the SMILEY. Mess with me and you'll probably die. I don't know why you want to try to beat up me and my bro named Bry.
Me and my bro named Bry.
Mr. Fly. That's what it says on his favorite tie.
F with us, your mom will cry 'cause 6 feet in the mud you'll lie. If the cops just roll on by and ask us why you had to die, then me and Bry will simply lie.
And tell them we just don't know why. And tell them
was always high. You
ran
around yelling, ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Hey.
Hey, we the honkies. Hey, hey, hey.
We serious. We don't play.
We don't play.
Oh, yeah.
We serious. We don't play.
That's good stuff, you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got to wrap it up, but thank you for being on our number 100. We'll definitely have you both back for more together and individually.
We got to do a long one, guys. We miss you. We
absolutely.
miss you guys a lot.
I would love to just do a real long one with you, Chris. And Brian, whenever you want, we can have you on as well.
Let's do it one. Do it on COVID next time. Let's do it on COVID.
I don't know about all that, but
we'll go into the nitty gritty. We'll do it.
I don't know, man.
Maybe it'll bring down some anxieties and whatnot, and lessen the fear. Hopefully,
we could do one about anxieties and fear in general, But guys,
I'm down with that. Yeah, I'm down with that too.
Thank you both for doing this, man. Love you both.
See you guys soon.
It's hitting a lot of people out there, man. It's serious out there.
All right.
Stay good, guys.
Peace, guys.
Bye,
guys. God bless you.
You too, man. And we're back. So, do you know this story?
Yeah.
So, I was in a group called the Honkies. I was a rapper. Recorded many songs. We told that part of the story on the podcast 2 weeks ago. No, last week, because we were still doing the two per week back then. So I was getting some traction in my career as a writer, as a playwright, and a comics writer. And I didn't want my rap songs to be out there because I don't really know like things that I said, and it was just I didn't feel that it was representative of my talent as a writer at this point. So Bry began to upload the songs to YouTube. Not all of them, mostly ones that we collaborated on together, but a bunch of songs started showing up, and he used my name in them, and we had conversations about it, and we were on separate ends of the spectrum here. And now Bry was going through something at this time, and so was I. We had previously had a slight altercation because of this. You actually brought this up last podcast, 98, about Jackie's live journal up here. And so it was the day after I learned that my friend Jackie had died in a car accident. And I went to the Haltons' house. And I was hanging out with them because I wanted to like get back in touch with the roots of friendship, because I just lost a friend who I had lost touch with. So I was like, all right, my oldest friends, now is the time to spend time with them.
Yeah, like go back to the neighborhood.
Yeah. So I went over there. I was upset, and I just wanted to be with them. And Bry, about an hour into me being there, and they all know what's going on, Bry says, oh, Pat, I got just this song for you. He goes upstairs. Do you know the story or not?
Yes.
Okay. No, because it's two different stories.
Oh, well, I know them both.
Yeah. All right. So he brings down his stereo, and he presses play, and it starts playing a familiar Fort Minor song. It goes, "Where'd you go? I miss you so. Seems like it's been forever that you've been gone." Right?
Yeah.
And I said, Bry, turn it off right now. And he was like, oh, you don't want to hear it? I said, Bry, turn it off right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you did want to hear it, it wouldn't be in a room full of other people.
Yeah.
You'd want to be alone so you could like cry.
Yeah. In fact, like after that, like certain songs in general just made me cry. Like songs about friendship.
Totally.
Like what's that Jason Mraz song? That popular one? That was on the radio?
Lucky.
Sing it a little bit.
Lucky I'm in love with my best.
No. Not a romantic one. It's been way too long looking at myself in the mirror and bending over backward just to try to see it clearer. So I make a new face and I laugh. That shit? You know that shit?
I do. That was one of his very first songs.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to remember, but I know which one you're talking
By
about.
the way, I'm so fucking good at singing,
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like when you sing.
Okay. All right. So, Brian played the song. I was furious. And we had this is very non-chronological, but a flashback. Brian and I were on edge for a while.
Brian and
I on edge for a while. I was producing a web series with his brother Chris, and there was one time I was editing a bonus feature where I was talking about our editing process, and there was a clip where I said to the camera, "Yeah, we'll how we do it usually is like we'll order pizza, drink some beers, and edit the episode." And Bry, who's editing it with me, like on the side, he chimes in, "Pat, I don't know if I should be saying this to you, but like in this clip, you sound kind of like a loser." And Bry, it was such a innocuous clip too, But Bry is like very Christian, so maybe it was because of the beers thing. I don't really know back then. I don't.
He thought you were trying to sound cool or something.
I don't know where he was coming from. Maybe
he was just being a fucking dick.
Yeah, maybe. And
just kidding, Bry.
Yeah, he I don't know.
Who knows?
But it baffled my mind, and I was like, Bry, I'm gonna give you this one warning. The next time that you insult me like that, I'm gonna punch you in the head. And he said, "Oh, all right." Flash forward to this day. I let the Fort Minor mishap slide. I let it go. Then, cut to about 5 hours later. I'm there the whole day. Bry has his arm around me on the couch. And he's been going to my college at this time for a while. He is, I think, in a graduate program there or something.
Okay.
And he, at this point, I don't want to expose his personal details, but there was a girl he was trying to impress there, who was hanging out with a crew that he maybe didn't really fit in.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brian put his arm around me, and he goes, "Pat, I gotta come clean to you about something, man." And I was like, no, you know? He goes, I do. I gotta tell you, Pat, when I'm with the people I hang out with at school, sometimes I make fun of you.
Was that like, like, did he like go to Sunday school and they're like, you need to confess the bad things you do?
Maybe.
Or something? To go to heaven or something like that? Because why would you just say that to someone?
Yep.
Like, what the fuck is the point
of it? Yep. So watch this.
That's Patrick, just so you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're not around.
Yeah.
Talk so much shit about you.
Yeah. So watch this.
Who is that for?
So he has an arm around me. And he says that, and I'm an arm around him.
Uh-huh.
I have his back. So
you guys are friends.
So I said to him like this. I said, "Bri, remember what I said. The next thing that I would do, the next time that you insult me." And he said, "Yeah, punch me in the head." I said, "Bow, bow, 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 bow." I got him twice in the head, and he got up, and I got him once in the back.
That's hilarious.
And so that's that. And his brother Kev was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
That's so fucking funny.
And we had a little argument there, and
I want to confront him about that next time we speak.
I would love to have him on the podcast to rehash this, because this is my side of the story.
It's
you know,
hilarious. Yeah.
And then that was November. We didn't see each other for a while. On New Year's Eve, Chris calls me. Chris is Bride's brother, who we just spoke to.
Smiley.
Chris calls me and says, "Do you want to come see the?" You know what movie?
No.
He says, "Do you want to come see in theaters The Curious Case of Benjamin Button?"
Oh my God.
With me and Bri. And I said,
interesting choice.
Yeah, I said yes. I'm in. So at this point, we already had the pizza and beer incident. We had Bri uploading all the songs. We had the Fort Minor mishap, and then we had the actual physical assault. Okay.
What a history, you know?
We're in the car, and Bri mentions the music in passing, and I expressed to him why I feel the way that I do. I'm just like, listen, that's not me anymore. I don't want it to be representative of me. I'm going on a new path here, and I just need you to respect that. And he's like, okay. He doesn't reference it the whole rest of the day, it seems. Things seem to be somewhat normal. We got through the movie.
Which is long.
It's a long movie. Driving home, we're talking about how funny the bit was where the guy gets struck by lightning, and how he couldn't believe that they said it was like a certain amount of times, and they showed it every single time, you know? It was just fun. I was like, oh, this is nice. Bri is being 100% the Bri that I know, and there's no conflict between us. And then we turned onto our actual street.
Oh, God.
So we turned the back way. So Chris is going to park in front of his house, and I'll walk home.
Mm-hmm.
We are 4 houses away.
Yeah, I was going to say like 4 doors down.
Yeah, from Chris's house, when Bri says, "You know, Pat, I really got to tell you something. With all this music stuff, sometimes I think that you're turning into a real dick."
Oh, yeah. It took him that long to like...
Yeah.
First process.
Yeah.
And then like release what he had to say about it.
Yes.
That's fucking hilarious.
So I said to Bri, "Get out the car." And I was in the shotgun seat.
Yeah, you weren't even driving.
No. Bri was in the back seat. And Bryce said, what? And then I said, Chris, pull over right now, stop the fucking car, or I'm getting out. So Chris stopped the car. I got out, and I said, Bri, get out the car. So Bri opens the back door to get out, and I like push the back door shut to sandwich him between the car and the door. God. And I said, boom, and duffed him in the face.
No way.
You know? And then Chris got out of the car. Hey guys, wait! You know? And Chris...
You're a violent lover.
Grabs Bri behind the arms like this, and like drags him back toward their house to get him in the house. We can then park the car, and Bri is going wild. Bri goes, "Hit me again! Hit me again!" You know, he never even hit me. He said, "Hit me again."
You want?
Yeah.
To be hit.
So, fuck, man. I just walked home. I walked home.
What an ending.
And then, no, it was an epilogue, right?
Okay.
About 15 minutes later, I get a call on the house phone.
Mm-hmm.
And the caller ID says the Haltons. I pick it up, and hello, is Pat there? Yeah? Hey, Pat, it's Bri.
Oh, my God.
What? Pat, I've been thinking, and I think that maybe we should we should not hang out for a little while.
Break up.
Yeah. And I said, sounds good, Bri. Hung up. Years have passed since then.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, let's see. Benjamin Button. Whoa, fuck that one up, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. That happened. This came out in 2018. No, 2008.
Yeah.
This year, it'll be 12 years ago.
Wow.
12 years ago this happened. It feels like longer, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like longer. What a year, though. What a crazy time. And now, 12 years later, right? What I'm going to do when we end the episode, instead of playing the theme song again, I'm going to play the entire Highway 89 song. It's by the Honkies. Bri goes first, and this is the chorus. Chris's verse is second. And my verse, the third, is the worst one. But I'll still play the whole thing. This wasn't a song where I was necessarily on the beat. I had the energy, you know? But this was the era where I was like flirting with the beat, you know?
Still learning the beat.
I was wondering if me and the beat we're going to go crack on, you know?
If you were compatible at all.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we have more comments, though. Randall says, Pat, is there a way for you to edit all clips of you laughing, make a compilation of it, and just put it on YouTube? It will be a YouTube hit.
Oh, my God, totally.
Is my laugh that crazy?
It's like,
my laugh?
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, though. We don't edit the podcast. What we do is go through the audio and look at every peak. Every peak is me laughing.
Yeah.
Every time. So if the audio drops a little bit around my laugh, it's because my laugh was just too much. Fuck, dude, you know?
Yes, your voice is very clear and loud.
Love you.
Love you.
About it. Do you have anything else for episode 100?
I don't think so. That was very fun.
That was fun, huh?
Yeah.
Thanks for doing it with me. 100 episodes is something to be pretty proud of.
Yeah, I can't believe we're still doing it, and we don't plan on stopping. I'm excited.
Almost sneezed.
Good for us.
Almost sneezed.
You held it in?
Yeah. So shout to the Bagel Boss, you know.
Don't shout him out.
He wants to fuck, okay?
Incel.
He wants to fuck!
Unbelievable.
I mean, why not shout him out? He's going to fucking obviously be rich. He's going to obviously be rich and famous. Who else shout out to? Shout out to Pepe, you know?
Shout out to all the guests we've had in the last 100 episodes.
Definitely.
Can't wait to have some more.
Yeah, and for anyone who doesn't like our podcast, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just exploring the soundboard a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And to anyone who tries to tell me what to do or like cancel me because of discovering my music.
You're not God or my father or my boss.
And what do I say to our fans, our listeners is...
Look, Pat, look, here's the deal.
Welcome to the podcast. It's episode 100.
Woo!
All right? You know, that story about Bri at the time when he said that I was a dick. one more time. That story about Bri, when he said that I was a dick.
Just give it up. Is there such thing as like a soundboard app?
Where they at, though?
When he said that I was a dick.
I want to give a punch to
Bri. Okay?
That was very worth it.
Ooh, okay. All right, so it's the end of the episode.
Thanks for joining us, you guys.
Thanks for being wife.
My pleasure.
This is a song. It'll be much clearer in the final edited version, but for now, this is a song by The Honkies called Highway 89.
Hit it.
Highway 89. I ride, hey yo, ride. I swerve side, side, yo. So hold on for your life if you know what to do. Stick your head out the window, high out to the hood. Ride the coolest and just calculus and pass the test. When with the ladies, she's at his best.
I wanna fuck.
Killer rise better than the rest. People up in North Freeport, you ain't getting a ride no more. When I didn't have my guy, you didn't give me a ride. Now Big Cry, he only rides on the south side, rolling down to Woodflat, south side, cruising by the waters, the best. South side, your haters are out to luck. South side, 'cause north side sucks. Rolling down the highway, highway 89. My girl on the right, those in the back, big rise flying high.
I don't know where it came from.
Stop, stare,
yeah.
I know what north side,
Yeah.
and all
I
that.
don't know.
got no cares, tell me when I'll
Get you there on time.
we drive it.
It's Smiley Chris right here.
We gonna survive, though it seems we may die. Forget that, just go. But I don't know. Right, you know what I know, and I know alone. So stay in the Buick and let's hit the road. 89 is mine, cruising feeling fine. We just passing time, trying to unwind. Stay within the lines. No, not that far. Oh no, bro, you just hit a parked car. Shit, it's all good. Yeah, I guess it's alright. Should I call this cops? No one's in sight.
excited for your
Keep
turn.
your foot on the gas and try to calm down. Now let's roll back to the south side of town. Let's go. Rolling down the highway, highway 89. Got my girl on the right, those in the back, he cries flying high. People stop, stare and watch while I pass by. But I got no gas, tell me when I'll get you downtown.
Gangsta, gangsta, Highway 89. Cruising fast, speed, I need a high. Driving, working, and feeling like the feature. We drunk or high, no neither. Cruising on the highway, best strapped in my breast, so fresh and clean and full of zest. I'm a crazy best, you can't guess what I will go and do next. We smoking stuff, enjoying life. Cruising on the highway, highway 89. If we crash, we overdose. I don't even care, do you know why? I'm gangsta white, living life on the edge of death that I do crash. My allegiance to the third way. Cruising on the highway, highway 89. Gangsta, gangsta, highway 89. Cruising fast, we on me to high. Driving worse than a Pentecostal people. We drunk or high. No, not neither.
Rolling down the highway, highway 89. Got my girl on the right, those in the back, big briars flying high. People stop, stare, and watch while I'm passing by. But I got no cares, tell me when I'll
Get you there on time.
Kind of sounds like a spooky Halloween song.
I see that.
Like Addams Family?
Yeah.
Briars flying high. Stare and watch while I'm passing by. Tell me when I'll get you down.
Boom! I'm not gonna lie, that was lit.
Thanks, babe. That used to be my greatest fear for people to hear that shit.
I'm into it.
Everyone, thank you for watching episode 100. We'll be back. Episodes are weekly starting now. You know, the bonus episodes will be there maybe in the future.
Yep.
You know, but for now, every Tuesday at 2 p.m. during the day, This is fucking Gangsta Whyte signing off.
See you next time, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
I'm gonna bluntly put it to you. I want to fuck.